Oh, it's Brutalball, isn't it? Oh, yeah, here we go. Week 10 of the regular season. Only 5 games, including this week, to go to decide who's going to the playoffs. And if you're late into the chat for the stream, observation I made is that means there's 25 points left in the season. And the gap from the 6th team to the 7th in Fail Brigade is already 13 points. Means Fail Brigade might well be decided really quick. Not necessarily who the champion teams are, but certainly the runners and riders into the playoffs. Interesting. Is it? Here's Sportsball Union up against the Steganauts. Steganauts not really executing this season, but they're still a force, one would imagine. Sportsball are currently leading their division, and they look pretty good right now. Daxter Hijack has been picking up a lot of interest in the Fantasy League. Not least of all this week, because it is double points week in the Fantasy League for defensive scoring. Oh yeah, double defensive points. Wow, that can only end in... I don't know. Anyway, Steganauts are going to start with the ball. Daisy Flounce Frenzy with a nice quick pass off there to Helmet Cenobite, who catches the 15-yarder. Constance throws it, and Daxter's got his first deflection of the game. Failure with another pass. Flounce Frenzy with the catch, steps out of bounds, gets the first down. Frenzy with the throw, nothing there. Constance Frenzy, you're going to have to call a Flounce Frenzy. You've got 2 frenzies on one team. Anyway, that's the end of that possession. Let's go to the sports ball. And that's a completion from Marcel to get them an early first down. Danny Dyatt tries a bit of a run that doesn't work. Marcel tries a run that doesn't work. And that's the end of their drive. Back to the Steganauts again, and it's another good pass. Cenobite making another catch. No big breakout plays yet, but maybe this is the one. 27 yards, does that count? Not really. Okay, there goes Ulysses Failure. He's got a 7-yard gain, and maybe this is a sign that the offense for the team is starting to pick up. That's not a touchdown. Nope. Is this? Yes. 1-0 Steganauts. Sportsball back with the ball, get a completion out to Daxter, but they can't make it work on 3rd down. And so the Steganauts have it back again. I told you, Steganauts, good team. They are a good team. LeJams with a deflection. Failure has a good running lane there. Brilliant block from Saul Mastiff to free up Ulysses Failure for a 32-yard rushing touchdown to make it 2-0. And right now, the Stegonaut defense is getting it done. Bird Dog there getting a catch finally. Against 15, but the Sportsball Union currently struggling to move it a little bit. Oh, there we go, got it to Daxter. Safe pair of hands, Daxter Hijack, 26 yards on that one. 1,400 for the season. That's a pretty good receiving season. Marcel makes a catch, and he's got another first down, and this is the most successful we've seen SBU do so far in this game. Daxter gets them down to about the 6. LeJams to the touchdown, Daxter Hijack. 2-1. And that is an epic throw. Helmet Cenobite was a long way down the field, and he breaks the first tackle because LeJams can't tackle for toffee. 62 yards, 1 play later, touchdown. And the Steganauts push the gap back out to 2. Well, let's see. We're both doing that, are we? All right, a 27-yard gain to Daxter. Another first down as Bird Dog makes the catch. Daxter with another one, but it's short. It's only 6. Marcel completes to Dog, who's down to the 5. At the 2, he's brought down eventually. 32-yard gain, and Farmer Vault Style goes in for the score. Saul Mastiff with another catch evades Crystal Lemonade, who was trying to make the tackle to get the first down. That one's just thrown pointlessly into the ground. A short run from Failure for only 2 yards. Flounce Frenzy takes all day to make a decision. Typical elf. Then can only gain 5 yards, turning the ball back over to Sportsball, who will be looking to tie this one up. There is an injured player. And it's Saul Mastiff who's been brought down by Ingrid Matrix. Nobby Harefoot has subbed in for the Steganauts. Will he be effective? Maybe, don't know. But Bird Dog has tied it up with a touchdown. And that's an optimistic throw, but Harefoot was nowhere near catching it. LeJams makes a deflection as they try the same play again. They've got 3rd and 10, and Failure is stuffed at the line. Giving it back to Sportsball again, and Bird Dog's dropped the ball. He doesn't do that very often. No. He's done it now? Yes. He caught this one, though, and it's good enough for a first down. He breaks the tackle, gets 29 yards. Danny Dyatt is coming up on his 500th career passing attempt. It's not that interesting. Anyway, Sportsball have just gone ahead for the first time in the game as the Steganauts are struggling to maintain the pace that they had early on, particularly defensively. They're just not getting the stops now. But Failure with another brilliant run, and no one can bring him down. That Orc keeps moving. 35 yards and a first down, and he's got the catch here, and he should go to the end zone to make it 4-all. Oh, close up. Bird's dog dropped the ball again. Well, he doesn't do that very often. He does in this game. Apparently so. Anyway, Farmer Volt style throws the ball. Helmet gets a deflection. Flounce Frenzy makes a 2-yard run. We're back with the Steganauts again. Flounce Frenzy with the catch this time gets 12 yards. Failure decides to run directly into the opposition. I didn't say he was smart, but it's first down 2 plays later, and Cenobite puts the Steganauts back in the lead. Where's this going to end up? I don't know. It's because normally in a back and forthy kind of a game, both teams do stop, score, score. And that's what we've got going on here. So I don't know. There are 26 plays remaining in this one. Steganauts up 5-4. They have the ball on the 2nd and 5. Frenzy with the throw, and it's a short one. 3rd and 3. Failure throws it to the floor. So we're back with SBU again. Danny Dyatt makes a catch. He's got 2 catches for 1 yard in this game. Productive. Dyatt is then sacked by Joe Champoon, who racks up his first career sack. I mean, I don't know what it's taken him, so maybe he hasn't played very often. Anyway, that's a first down. Sportsport's still moving it. LeJams gets the first down on the catch, and he busts through a couple of just evading people. 29-yard gain for Marcel LeJams, who now throws it to the end zone. Daxter's got the catch, and it's 5-all. 15 plays left now. Constance, big throw out to the wide blue yonder. Failure with another successful run gets 7 yards and the first down. Flounce Frenzy has it deflected by Daxter, who's got 3 deflections in this game. Yeah, I know, it's nothing special, is it? Failure's going to try and run it, and it didn't work. Sportsball now have the opportunity to win this one with 9 plays to go, but it's a sack on first down. They managed to pick up a little on 2nd, 3rd and 7, and they've got the first down. And more importantly, they're chewing up the clock and a bit of yardage at the same time. Daxter's got them another first down. They've got 5 plays to score. A sack from Ulysses Failure. Another sack from Marcel LeJams, although they'll say that was a rushing attempt. And Bird Dog has got the winning score. Outrageous. Flounce Frenzy throws it. Nobby Harefoot drops the ball. Well, when you're a halfling, the ball's about the same size that you are. Steganauts will be somewhat gutted at that performance. They led for such a large portion of the game and just couldn't quite hold it together. Final score, Sportsball 6, Steganauts 5. Player of the game, Ulysses Failure with 77 fan points. Not anything outstanding on offense, although 3 touchdowns, but they got 17 sacks. Tackles, not 17 sacks. 17 tackles. 17 sacks would be impressive. And 2 sacks. For Sportsball, Daxter Hijack with 45 fan points, 167 receiving, 2 touchdowns, 3 deflections. Okay, all right, good. Well, that's a positive opener. Let's go down the deep end. Cheerio Incorporated are a team reinvigorated this season, in no small part due to Indecent Gary, but he's not the only reason. Colonel Space Agency defending their title. They've been patchy this year, but I have a feeling they're going to get good at the time of the season where you want to get good. It is a blessed field, and it will be KSA to get us underway, with Bill Saturno doing what he usually does. And that's a little cheeky pass. Scorpion Ring, who's in the lineup this time, gets the first down and a lot more, 40 yards gained. Raz McClintock throws it. Svazdan drops the ball. Ring now sacked by Troy Oktoberfest, bringing a 3rd and 12, and Saturno does it himself. And he does a lot more. 42-yard rushing touchdown for Bill Saturno. Is he in your fantasy lineup this week? Yeah, maybe he should be. Indecent Gary with a catch for Cheerio Incorporated. He breaks a couple of tackles and gets a 34-yard gain. Rosemary busted with the throw, has it deflected by Ring. Twerp to the sideline. Rock hands. Yeah, remember him? He's good. Yeah. Anyway, that's the end of Cheerios' drive. Saturno back with possession again. A 1-yard run from Saturno. McClintock is sacked by Luther Pendragon. And Scorpion's going to try and run it there. And he has done. It's 20 yards. He's coming up on 1,000 yards in his career on the ground. That's not bad. How many seasons has he had in his career? Oh, not that many. Like 2, 3, maybe? Maybe it's his second season. Anyway, Otto Centrifuge for Cheerio Incorporated just got himself injured by Santino Bananas. Pitbull Jones has subbed in as KSA score another touchdown. Rock making the catch in the end zone to make it 2-0. There goes Indecent Gary, and he's not being easy to bring down. He's got a 32-yard gain. Is Rosemary busted on first down? No. Here's Alan Twerp on second down. Oh, it's caught by Luther. Here's Pitbull. And that was deflected by Rock. Rosemary with a run up the middle does just enough to get the first down. Alan Twerp with the throw. Pendragon caught, touchdown, end zone, all of that stuff. And it's an interception. Indecent Gary's picked it off. Hold on, they've thrown it back again. Phoebe Brat Salad has made the re-interception. It is spooky how often that happens. That you get a turnover and then another turnover just a couple of plays later. It's just like the turnover pixie has entered the stadium. Anyway, McClintock just scored for KSA, a 24-yard touchdown off a very nice pass. But we're going back the other way. And Gary has got a head of steam and a bit of space. And he picks up 42 yards. He's over 100 yards in this game already. Oh, we got a fumble. Never mind. What was looking promising for Cheerio is no longer looking promising as they cough up the ball. McClintock with a pass. It's deflected by Gary, who's having a good game. Scorpion. First down, still going, making it work. 24 yards on the ground for Scorpion Ring. Saturno now keeping it low down as well. Takes it all the way to the house with 35 yards. That's his 4th touchdown in this game that has seen 4 touchdowns. Anyone would think there was some kind of pattern. Rosemary busted with a pass and it brings up a 3rd and 3 for Cheerio. And Twerp gets absolutely nowhere. Squished, potentially. Gary with the deflection, it's 2nd and 10. KSA back with the ball. McClintock completes a 6-yarder. Scorpion throws it short and Rock's there to make the catch, gets 16. Saturno throws, McClintock with the catch and the go. And he's still going. All the way to the house? Not quite. I thought he was there. He was not there. They're on the no-yard line and Scorpions punched it in for the touchdown. It's now 5-1. KSA looking... You know what? Colonel Space Agency have never looked like a particularly good team. And then you look at the scoreline as you watch them play and you kind of go, these guys are just steamrolling the opposition, but they're doing it without being in any way at all flashy. And that, friends, is disturbing. Halftime rolls around. Cheerio have got the ball right now and they need a score on this drive. I have decreed it, thus it is so. Anyway, Trenton Trinity's got himself injured by Santino Bananas, bringing in Dave the Toast King, as Indecent Gary gets a touchdown for Cheerio Incorporated. So we're already past the halfway line, because while I've been telling you all of that information, KSA have marched all the way up the field. Scorpion with a 24-yard gain. Saturno's going to do another one. 6-2. All right, we can up the tempo here. Yeah. Alan Twerp with a good contribution there, but gains 13 yards. Pitbull now making a run, gains 13. This is some good moves from Cheerio, but can they hold it together long enough to put a drive together? Pitbull with a good gain for 33. That one's then deflected. And Gary, touchdown. Yeah. You reckon Saturno is a bit flashy? I'm not so sure. I think Saturno is solid without being flashy. That's just how we roll. Anyway, Cheerio scored. It's now 6-3. And they've got the ball again. If they score on this drive, I'll slow it back down again. But I'm not feeling it. Well, I might be feeling it now as Gary's getting good work. He's coming up on 200 yards. He now has 200 yards in this game. And obviously, with it being a blessed field, he's got another flipping touchdown. We'll slow it back down. Oh, yeah. Oh, you don't get that very often. Where the team that were behind manages to turn it around again. Troy Oktoberfest coming up with an important sack there, giving KSI 3rd and 10, but of course it's caught by Rock Hands, who gets a 39 yards gain. They're now aiming at the end zone, 2nd and goal, Ring. No one can tackle him and he's in, 7-4. Well, Gary's going back the other way. He's trying to carry the entire team on his shoulders at the moment. That's a 37-yard gain. They throw at him again, but he's nowhere to be seen. Rosemary thrown at him again, and she's miles off target. And Twerp throws at him again, and he's miles off target. It wasn't. It was thrown at Pendragon, but it just makes for a better narrative if they were thrown at the same player each time. It just makes it more interesting. But it wasn't. Luther Pendragon's got himself injured by Santino Bananas. Hoagie Fractions even, has subbed in. And Cheerio are scraping the bottom of the barrel to try and find someone who understands that this is a game involving a ball. Rock makes a 24-yard catch and then gets a touchdown, and will accelerate this one all the way to the end of the game because they ain't coming back from this. No. Trailing by 4 with 10 plays to go, KSA have managed to get it done. Factions makes a 24-yard gain. That's not bad. Gary is now pushing... he's pushing 300 yards receiving. Well, good for him. It's not going to win him the game, though. Saturno with a nice run gets 29. He's averaging just short of 10 yards a carry over the course of the season. That's not flashy. Yeah. Okay, game's over. Final score. Colonel Space Agency 8, Cheerio 5. Good performances everywhere. If you had Saturno on your fantasy team this week, you just lost the game. Indecent Gary gets player of the game with 82 fan points, 298 receiving, 3 touchdowns, 2 deflections and an interception. Bill Saturno, he gets player of the game for the Colonel Space Agency with 55 fan points, 256 passing, 162 rushing, mighty. 5 touchdowns and then absolutely nothing on defense. Not a sausage, not a thing, no. Bad defending there, Bill Saturno. You've got Grunt versus the Toy Masters. That should be the next game we play. Let's do it. I mean, this is arguably the headline game for this week. Toy Masters, are they good? Or are they just lacking solid opposition over the course of the season so far? They are down Klep Bossman. Meanwhile, Grunt Auto Group, they are down half the team. All of their star players have been murdered over the course of the season in one fashion or another, but that does mean Larissa Tornado is starting, and she's a flaming nightmare. Yeah. Offensively, she's good-ish, right? But defensively is an absolute nightmare. It's going to be the Toy Masters, starting with the ball. Justine Underworlds getting it going, and that's a short gain, 2 yards there. Scrag Vitamins with a run. He's here, he's there, and he's halfway up the field. Not sure how he survived that, but he gained 22 yards. Kenny Respect, and it's intercepted by Flash Bandit with his 6th interception this season. Flash then gets a catch for 24. Alundra Blood with a pass completes another one to Flash. The Frenchman throws it back to France. Simple Symbol to Tornado for the go-ahead score. Grunt up 1-0 inside the first 10 plays of the game. Benny Sausages with the return for Toy Masters, gains 30 yards. Scrag goes for 3. Kenny throws it. It's Sausages again. And Turk Ramjet's back there, just blocking. Oh, that was brutal. Turk Ramjet just hit Tiffany Hooverbag in the back to free up the touchdown. Brilliant piece of blocking. Absolutely brilliant. It would have been stopped at around the 10-yard line, but that block made the magic happen. Anyway, Grunts have got the ball and they're marching once more. They're down there at the 8-yard line. Frenchman picks up 2 on the ground. 2nd and goal. Touchdown Flash is 2-1 Grunt. Okay, there goes Benny. Yep, he's still going. Yeah, he's got 40 yards, Benny Sausages. He gains the next one as well with an 8-yard catch. Kenny goes for 4. It's first down. Justin Underworld throws. Sausages drops the ball. It'll happen. It goes Scrag. Once again avoiding some of the trouble, but gains only 6 on that one. It goes Respect. He gets 5. Underworld towards the end zone, maybe? No, he decided to go sideways. It's a life choice, but Scrag's got the touchdown. It's 2-all. It's not so much a shootout so far as a grind out, because both teams are just chewing up turf as they move up the field, and I like it. Symbol throws Bandit with the catch, and he's got a 21-yard gain. Blood sacked by Claw Scratchboard. The Frenchman throws, Tornado's got a touchdown, Grunt back ahead again. Blood makes a deflection. Here goes Scrag once more. He gains another 7. He's averaging 8 per carry in the game at the moment. Kenny Respect does something worthwhile and gains a first down. The Frenchman with a deflection. Scrag stuffed at the line. 3rd and 10. Respect. No chance. Oh, maybe. Chance. 12-yard gain for Kenny Respect. Toymaster's moving it. Tornado with a deflection. Here goes Scrag on the run again on 2nd and 10, and he's got the first down. Hammock just not fast enough to be the main tackler there. You have to ask, where are the linebackers? Where are they? What are they doing? Why are they lying on the floor? But we have no answers for you, merely questions. And I'm just asking the questions. Kenny Respect with the throw on first down gets nothing from it. Underworlds has it intercepted. Flash has picked it off again. But Grunt are starting deep in their own end zone, but they've thrown it and Flash has bailed them out once more. A 31-yard gain to get Grunt out of their own end zone as Flash makes another catch and they're now in the other half of the field. 43 more yards. Simple Simbill throws another short one. Blood on a 2nd and 2 gets the first down with a pass to Simple Simbill. Frenchman throws. Simbill with a catch again. Simbill's just kind of going, yeah, I'll have it. Go on, chuck it over here. I haven't gone very far, can't be bothered. But keep it coming. 1st and goal from the 2, and Flash has got a touchdown. It's 4-2 Grunt. And it is turnovers that are putting them on top. Everything else the Toymasters are doing is kind of working, although not on that drive, and they're stuffed. We're into the second half now, and Grunt are driving. Which is a pun, right? And I feel dirty for doing so, but it's also appropriate, so shut up. Flash makes a catch and he's down at the 10-yard line. He's fumbled the flipping ball. Dave Caustic has picked it up. And this is nightmare. The whole Grunt Auto Group season has been nightmare fuel. And this is a game they very much need to win, although arguably they don't. I would say they probably don't need to win it. I think Grunt have made the playoffs already, even though it is a 2-horse race up in the... Oh, it's another fumble. Veronica's picked it up. Grunts have got it back again. All right, there goes Flash, look. Business as usual. No. See, it might be a 2-horse race over in the bombastic division, but I think teams 1 and 2 will both go through. Doesn't really matter what order it's in. Anyway, what's going on? Scrag's got the ball. Grunts are up 5-2. Okay, here comes Kenny. Nice piece of running from Kenny. Respect, he gains 18. 5 carries, 50 yards. That's a day at the office. Here comes Scrag. He's brought down after 5. Respect on a 3rd and 4th. Throws it to the flat and Ramjet's got the catch. And it's good enough for a first down. There's still 28 plays in this. The lead is 3. Game's not over. No. 2nd and goal, Kenny. He's brought down at the 1. 3rd and goal, Justin. Blood tries to make the tackle, but Justin ducks inside and gains the touchdown. It's now 5-3. Well, we need stops and turnovers from the Toymasters. Otherwise, Grunt can just continue driving their tractor up the field, because they're in a tractor in this metaphor. And in doing so, they should lock it in. Flash is getting it done. He's got 300 yards in the game. He's got a couple of turnovers. Flash is going... I'm your Huckleberry, if you want one. Yeah. Anyways, 3rd and goal, but they're in. Simbill went, I got it. And that was that. And it's another interception. Larissa Flaming Tornado has picked it off, and that will kill any chances of a Toymaster comeback. Turnovers. It's killed them. 7-3 now the score. A slight pace adjustment is required, and Fail Brigade stick it to Bad Company's best. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that Bad Company are the inferior. Another turnover. Look. Not saying that Bad Company are the inferior conference. They just are. Yeah, Fail Brigade all the way, all day. Fail Brigades. Larissa Tornado touchdown, and this one, which was close for the majority of the game, has ended up being a very one-sided affair. Grunt Auto Group 8, Toymasters 3. Flash Bandit with 120 fan points is your player of the game. 378 yards receiving, that'll probably do it. 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 4 passes deflected. The Toy Masters Claw Scratchboard gets player of the game with 66 fan points. 65 pancakes, solid, and 3 sacks. Not bad. Not bad. Okie dokie. Yeah, Flash. Yeah, flashy bandit there doing it. I mean, Larissa also got 150 yards receiving, which is that's a good effort. Yeah, 5 turnovers, lose by 5. There's some science involved in that. The Wizards are taking on Shady Palms in I don't know what that weather is. Rain. That's raining. How delightful. We've got any rookies on the field. Clarence Bodica is getting a start for the Wizards. I've looked at Clarence Bodica because Clarence Bodica has a fantastic name. But he's rubbish. Meanwhile, Clarence Budgie is starting for Shady Palms, and Clarence Budgie is a future Hall of Fame candidate for sure. Anyway, because we're in the rain, we up the tempo just a smidge more than we would normally, because otherwise the game plays a little on the slow sides. Jovial Impairment, there he is, no yards gained. Sectarian Thunderclap makes a throw, and it's Budgie with the catch. Fangs gets a 1-yarder. Impairment goes for 3. Jovial Impairment, don't sleep on that guy, he's great. Lenny Luxury takes over for the Wizards. Hang on, we got our first fumble of the game. And who's picked it up? Well, I don't know, but Batista Cranium has got himself injured by Shady Palms' Trevor Fangs. Jovial just scored a touchdown. Oh, I said he would do. And we've had a substitution. Slow it down. You're not keeping up. And it's not rain that slows the game down. It's something snowy, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, what's happening? It's 1-0. The Palms have the lead and the ball, but it's 3rd and 6. And that one was deflected by Celia Emphysema. So the Wizards take back over. 3rd Equatorial Mount there making a deflection. 3rd and 9 thrown away entirely. And the Palms have got the ball back, and Impairment gets them a first down. Thunderclap is sacked by the Anger Panda. Trevor Fangs with a good throw, but it's deflected by Bodica. Oh, okay, all right. Maybe I misjudged him, because I would have signed him based on his name. I don't know. Budgie's dropping it. Everyone's having a bit of trouble with the weather right now. 3rd and 10, and that one goes absolutely nowhere. And the Palms take back over, and Impairment runs it for a first down. Thunderclap tries the same and gets 2 yards. Fangs is sacked by the Anger Panda, and then Impairment doesn't quite have enough in the tank and only gets 6 yards. We're back to the Wizards. Energy Hussein on 2nd and 10. Nice piece of work from Hussein, gets 7 yards. 3rd and 2, Maggie Hipster, deflected by Jovial. Back to Shady Palms then. It certainly appears to be that way. Yeah. 3rd and 10, Fangs. Yes. First down, Clarence Budgie. Impairment runs for 2. Thunderclap throws. It's caught by Impairment, who breaks a tackle. He's inside the end zone. It's a 34-yard touchdown. 2-0 Shady Palms. The Wizards not quite clicking yet. But that's the end of their drive. They will, though, because the Wizards are better than you think they are. But at the moment, their little touchdown, Shady Palms. Clarence Budgie gets it on a 20-some-odd yard pass. Here's Energy Hussein. See, Energy Hussein is tasty. Anyway, that's the end of the Wizards' drive. Jovial with a nice run. Fumbles it. And it's been picked up. Maggie Hipster has been injured by Trevor Fangs, bringing Tension Soda into the Wizards' lineup. Now, Tension Soda is a very good player. Really? Tension Soda is a perfectly adequate player. Okay. Jovial runs for 2 because that was the end of the Wizards' drive. I'm not sure why or how. A lot of things happen while I say sentences. It's half-time and it's 3-0 to the Palms, and Fangs fumbles the ball. Panda's picked it up. And the Wizards have got it in the opposing half of the field. Well, yeah. Maybe this will be the moment where they start to break out, and NG Hussein certainly feels like he wants it. 23 yards gained. Soda dodging just about everybody in the middle there, gains 6. Here's Lenny Luxury, 2nd and 3. Touchdown Emphysema, and the Wizards have opened their scorebook and put a big mark in the 1 page. Thunderclap on 2nd and 1 completes to 30 Equatorial Mount, who hasn't had a lot to do in the game so far, but got 33 yards out of that one. Fangs throws it away out of desperation. Here's Impairment round the outside of the line. Good lead blocking going on there, and Impairment manages to make a dodge to turn that into 21 yards. Thrown out of bounds, 2nd and 10. Fangs. Fangzo, 7 yards gained. Impairment, he's going to try the same move and gets down to the 1 yard line. Thunderclap can't do it. Fangs on second and goal. Completes to clearance. Budgie, it's 4-1. Okay. Emphysema makes a catch, goes 26 yards. Hussein, not a lot there in the middle. Soda has it dropped by Lenny Luxury. How do you feel about Celestials? You know what? I don't like them. Thank you. Back to the game. Budgie makes another catch. Budgie, at the moment, is not the leading player for Rookie of the Year. Not far off, but is not the current leading Rookie of the Year. That's Kathy Glowpod, pod. Whatever it is, it's glowing. It's a touchdown. Yeah, for the Beekeepers. Kathy, whatever her face is currently leading the way for Rookie of the Year. Anyway, Shady Palms have got the ball. It's 5-1, and frankly, this game is not going to get any better for the Wizards right now. There's a dead player. There's a dead player! Well, we said that Pitkin Roaring Fork hadn't had a lot to do, and now he's dead. So, that's the end of that then. Wasn't he a rookie? Year 1, I think. Oh, well. Yeah. He had a rich tapestry of a career, and now he's lying on the floor in a pool of his own guts. Trevor Fangs has got himself injured by the Anger Panda in a honour killing. Wizards score, making it 5-2, but there's only 9 plays left in this one. And it's not the result. Hold on, it's a fumble recovery. Energy Hussein getting the job done there. Too late. No. Where was this gusto? Do you want a whole bunch of Energy Husseins? A whole bunch of them. It's the only player who does anything. Yeah. And there goes Jovial. It's the last play of the game, so it doesn't matter, but it's a 41-yard gain, and that's the end of that then. Final score, Shady Palms 5, Wizards 2. Sectarian Thunderclap is your player of the game for Shady Palms with 82 fan points, 150 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 6 pass deflections. I didn't see that happening. Who got the kill? Trevor Fangs. Trevor Fangs made the kill before getting himself injured. Right, okay. Over on the Wizards, Celia Emphysema is the player of the game with 52 fan points. Not a lot of offense. And 4 pass deflections. Okay, yeah. You see, I would have put money on Anger Panda having a good game there. And it wasn't a bad game, certainly, but it wasn't the kind of game that you want. Okay. Yeah, there it is. There we go. 4 games down. Who's up next? The Nomads, who have not submitted a game plan this week, are taking on the almighty Blood Pit Bouncers. They are my pick for the bowl. Unless half their team dies. They've got a really old team, but it is stuffed full of talent. The Nomads, they just persist in being a good team, but the field is brutal. So settle in, people. It could get lively. It is going to be Blood Pit starting us off, and Tiger Styles has the ball and has the first down. There's an injury on the first play of the game, and it was Melvin Glitch. Melvin Glitch trying to tackle Tiger Styles and is out for the game, which is unfortunate for the Nomads because he's one of their best players offensively. Rocky Mellons makes a good catch for the Bouncers, takes them inside the 10. Touchdown Ramiro, Pleasure Dome, 1-0 Blood Pit. Joey Bugout runs for not a lot. Shelf space with a good throw, complete to Ezekiel Zamboni. Rookie, yeah. That's Ezekiel Zamboni, everybody. Get that name into your cortex. If he lives through this one, you may see more of him in the future. Kim Selector with a nice catch. Larry Splendid has the pass deflected by Linfield Muscles. That one's caught by Zamboni, who gains 4. And there's the touchdown, and it's Kim Selector, 1-1. Okay, Zamboni with the deflection. Muscles on 2nd and 10 is going to run the thing and gains 3. Glenda Bastard, who is for some reason playing runner, can't get anything from that. Glenda usually plays runner. Why am I thinking she doesn't? Because you're losing your marbles. Blood Pit have... No, they don't. Nomads have possession, and they're in danger of scoring, so they decide to score. And that's Zamboni with his 4th career touchdown to make it 2-1 Nomads. Blood Pit at the moment letting everybody down. 23-yard gain there from Tiger. It's 2nd and 11. Glenda doesn't get anything at all. Tiger with the ball again. Is proving to be the class act in the Blood Pit offense. He's still motoring down inside the 15, gains 42 yards. Linfield with the throw. It's caught by Ramiro. Touchdown. 2-2 is the score. Ilma shelf space on 2nd and 7 for the Nomads. Completes to Zamboni for 4 yards. Splendid. Throws it. It's Kim Selector with the catch, and that's another first down. Joey Bugout is well and truly sacked by Ben Radical. Ramiro makes a deflection. It's 3rd and 14. Splendid with the throw. And Kim Selector gets herself injured by Tiger Styles. Flinty Wimple now in the lineup for the Nomads. As you do. Linfield running for a first down for the Bouncers, who are trying to take the lead. They complete a good pass out to Ramiro for 22. Tiger's running again, and he gains 4. He's got 4 carries for 108 yards in this game so far. Yeah. Glenda on 1st and 10. Nothing doing in the end zone. 2nd and goal is Tiger deciding to pass, and that wasn't the right move. Linfield's going to try and run it in. Doesn't quite get there. They turn it over. Nomads have the ball starting in their own end zone, but Joey Bugout manages to bug it out of the end zone. But they've gone backwards on that play, giving them a 3rd and 5. It's a fumble. Linfield's picked it up, and Blood Pit are threatening to score again. So they score again. Tigers in the end zone, 3-2. The Nomads are, I mean, they've got a great record, so obviously they're a good team, but they look like it as well. Yeah. Blood Pit are still my bet for the season. Yeah. Yeah. They're the team I reckon have got the mustard, but they've got to overcome the likes of the Nomads to get there. Nomads now charging with the ball again. That's a bit of an overthrow. Stream still looks good to me, Yorkshire. Still looks good to me. Yeah, I'm not seeing any signs of death or intrigue other than the usual ones. Although, hold on. No, it all looks good. I've got to get back to the commentary. What's happening? Don't know, but no one's dead. Flinty Wimple, touchdown, 3-3. All right, Tigers moving again. This is a game that is going to go down to the wire at this rate. Linfield, big time pass, gets it to Ramiro, who has a ton of space, but he's gradually running low on steam, and he gets a 62-yard gain. Glenda to the end zone, deflected by Zamboni. Tiger, there's another injury. Flinty Wimple, not playing anymore in this one. Taken out by Ben Radical, bringing Olivia Chukka Khan onto the fields. Maybe she'll be the talisman to make it all better. Joey Bugout chucks it on 3rd down, but it's not for long enough. And Blood Pit now have the opportunity to squeeze on the bag of victory. Linfield breaks a tackle and gets a 14-yard first down. Glenda is sacked by Buster Vortex. Tiger, he shimmies, he shakes, he bakes, he cooks. He also does the washing up. And he's down at the 2-yard line, a 36-yard gain. This is a heck of a running performance from Tiger Styles in this one. Larry Splendid gets a 23-yard catch. Nomads now, every play counts. The clock is running lower, and they trail by 2. Bugout has it deflected by Melons. It's Splendid. It didn't pay off. Bouncer's got the ball back again, and a successful drive here will probably be more than enough. Linfield with a run on 1st down gains 4. Glenda waits to try and find someone to pass to, gives up, gets sacked by Buck Dungeons, but Tiger on the next play has another first down. 10 carries for 227, and there's another touchdown. It's 6-3. The Bouncers in charge right now. Chukka Khan with the throw, completes to Larry, who gets a first down for 19. Is Shelfie. Throws Larry again. Well, Larry's a good player. He is. He's just not very quick. He's got another touchdown. I didn't say he wasn't good. I just said he's not very quick. Tiger gets nowhere on that run, which wrecks his brilliant average that he's been racking up. But Glenda manages to come up with one of her best carries of the game, and that's a 28-yard... Oh, it was a catch. Well, it still kind of works. You don't imagine many dwarves getting big yardage, you see, and therefore, you know, when you see a little dwarf doing a lot of work, you go, oh, yeah, look at that little dwarf doing a lot of work. Touchdown, Rocky Melons. 7-4 is the score, 14 plays to go. We will ride this one to the bitter end. You do that with front runners where there's still a chance. There isn't a chance anymore. Oh, okay, hit the turbos. Yep, going to. Okay, Linfield Muscles has got himself injured by Bucky Dungeons. Party Boy has subbed in, but it's too late. It's not going to turn this one around. There's another injury. Paddy System. He just came onto the field. He's going back off again. Crotch Dangle flag there, issuing the smackdown. Gretel Baguette Fancy has subbed in for the last couple of plays. And that's the end of that then. Final score, Bouncers 7, Nomads 4. Now, the Nomads did not put in a game plan. But the Bouncers came out on top comfortably. Linfield Muscles, player of the game with 84 fan points, 135 passing, 5 touchdowns, a tackle for loss and a deflection. Larry Splendid for the Nomads was their number 1 with only 33 fan points. That's not great. 121 receiving, 3 touchdowns, and oh dearie me on defence. Okay, the PSG train rolls forward. Next game, please. Budget are taking on the Pathfinders. Budget's management absent this week, leaving the Pathfinders with an open goal of an opportunity to make it work. Open goal. Martin Slug for the Pathfinders will get us underway as soon as we've finished with all this flashing logo business. Let's rock. Slug, let's go. There he goes. We like Martin Slug because when he plays, he plays. And Budget's tackling is not the best, and that's a 41-yard gain. Marshall Slugworth is tackled, sacked even, by Doomgiver, bringing up a 3rd and 6. And that's the end of the drive. Harry Snowman with a good throw gets it to Fenchurch to Castic. First down, Budget. Beeman Hurricane now passing the ball, caught by Fenchurch again. Capsicum's running it. That's not the best idea. No. Anyway, that's the end of the drive. Back over to the Pathfinders again. Nothing on first down. We get the ball out to Greg Wheelhouse for 15 yards on second to keep the drive hustling. Just short of the marker on first down. Gives a 2nd and short. Now 3rd and short. Marshall Slugworth completes to Wheelhouse for 10 yards. Pringles gets our 1-yard gain. Slug throws it. And then Slugworth. You've got Slug and Slugworth. It's like flipping Flounce Frenzy and Frenzy on the same team. Anyway, the drive ended, and Travis Doomgiver's currently carrying the ball all the way back to his own little hole, because that's where he lives. Capsicum Disco running on a 2nd and 10, gains only 5. Harry Snowman then sacked by Pope Lorenz, and that's the end of Budget's aspirations for a scoring drive. 2nd and 10, Pathfinders brings up a 3rd and 7. Pringles, no. Have a longer drive, people. It gives me enough time to start to formulate some kind of narrative. I'm just saying, it's important. Travis Doomgiver gets a touchdown, and Budget take the lead after 25 plays. And I'm turning off my backup radiator because it's all a little bit warm. You already had turned off your backup radiator, apparently. Anyway, Capsicum Disco is doing something. Was it a catch? Yeah, it was, as it happens. Yes, because Capsicum's a receiver, not a runner. Okay. Capsicum running the ball. Going, I am a flipping runner. 8 yards. No, when you catch the ball, Capsicum, you go for about 1.5 miles. Anyway, that's the end of the drive for Budget, and the Pathfinders take back over. Sack from Travis Doomgiver. Anthony Pringles fumbles it into the hands of Pope Lorenz, who busts through a couple of tackles and gets 10 yards out of it, keeping the drive going. Slugworth on 2nd and 6 throws it to Wheelhouse, who does enough for the first down. Pringles. Nice piece of running from Anthony Pringles. That's his best move so far. He gains 25 yards. Slug gains 1. Slugworth throws an interception. Perfect. Grim Pricks picks it off, and that's I think that might be Pricks' first career interception. 2nd and 3. And it's a first down. Fenchurch steps out of bounds, but it's far enough over the line for it to be considered a first down. Capsicum runs it for 16. Snowman, in and out of danger, picks up another 16. Hurricane throws, and Capsicum drops the ball. Capsicum now running the ball. Had a good block there from Beeman Hurricane. Takes it all the way to the house, and it's 2-0 Roadies. Pricks comes up with a sack. Here's Slugworth. Throws it, and it steps out of bounds. Martin Slug. Stop stepping out of bounds, people. Stay on the field. Take it like a legend. Doomgiver's going to get in again. 3-0 Budget. It's not going well for the Pathfinders. No. Slug with a good run. Oh, it's a cursed field. I didn't spot it until now, but we haven't had many injuries. Come on, I want to see the commitment of more injuries. Nice piece of running for Pringles, gains 16. Slug picks up another 2. Is Slugworth on 2nd and 7, and that goes nowhere good. Pringles throws it behind him for laughs. Okay. Travis Doomgiver with another good catch. And Doomgiver is having probably his best career day so far. A 51-yard gain there. Hurricane throws it. It's intercepted by Gregory Wheelhouse. And we're coming back the other way again. Okay. If you don't score on this drive, lads, I'm accelerating the game. All right. Dirk Shafter. Remember him? He used to be important. He hasn't been important in a little while, but he got a first down there. Slug makes it 3rd and 3. Pringles. Drive still going. Pathfinder still rolling. 15 yards gained by Pringles. Slug. He's got another good run. Pringles was helping him out there. I think he was arguably just kicking him in the backside. Just go keep running forward, you little git. 1st and goal. Pringles sacked by Capsicum. Slug gets a couple. Is Slugworth? And she stopped as well. And that's the end of the drive. And Budget are immediately going back the other way again. And we will activate the afterburners. Budget looking like the better. Well, they are looking like the better unit in this game. As Doomgiver's going to score again. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game to make it 4-0. Lorks of Mercy. Yeah. Budget have the ball back again. The Pathfinder's just not finding anything that clicks on offense at all. If anything was clicking, we haven't seen it, as Capsicum gets a touchdown. Budget, are they still in the hunt for a playoff berth? Maybe if you really dial up your optimism and go, yeah, they're going to win all 5 games through to the end of the season, or in fact all 4 games after this one. There's an interception. Marsha Slugworth gets her first interception of the season and then throws it back the other way. Spooky how that happens. Yeah, picked off again. Capsicum with the run, gets down to the 1, it's not enough. Slug throws to Wheelhouse. Slugworth throws, and then nothing doing there. Pringles, still Pringles. All day, all Pringles, 30 yards gained. Slug gets a 3-yard gain. No consolation score today. 2 plays left. Budget have the ball, and there will not be any consolation for the Pathfinders in this one. Final score, Budget 5, Pathfinders 0. Travis Doomgiver, 80 fan points, 191 receiving, 3 touchdowns, 14 tackles, 1 tackle for loss and 3 sacks. Pope Lorenz for the Pathfinders, 29 pancakes, 2 sacks. Not spectacular. No. Okay, well, I mean, there will be times when disappointment comes along, and maybe now is that time. Bulldozer Power taking on the Volcamoose Saints on a beautiful Davis and Brutalball. Well, yeah. 2 former bowl champions going head-to-head, and a new player appears on the Bulldozer Power roster in the form of John DeCaro. I'm not even kidding. We bought him from the Sunshine Fun Bus, and he cost us Ed Big Mother and someone else who we might see in action later. Which brings Drip Fizzle Brew into the line. Is he a great lineman? No. Is he a halfway decent lineman? Probably not. Anyway, the Saints are starting with the ball. Let's see if Viggy the Viking is feeling like it. Well, it's complete to Erlen Dickberg immediately. And that's a 37-yard first down. Spangles Hunkerdome with the run is stuffed behind the line for a loss. 2nd down goes nowhere. 3rd and 12 Viking. And it's gone short. Puke with the throw to nowhere in particular. DeCaro. And that's complete to Big Steve. Well, yeah. A 46-yard gain. Steve then throwing late. Flipping heck, Steve. You're throwing it towards DeCaro. He's really flaming dangerous. Steve's got another short catch and has got another first down. DeCaro's trying running it. You shouldn't. Maury with the throw. Lobster with the touchdown. Would be hilarious if DeCaro kicked the bucket. I think so too. I mean, as I pointed out when negotiating for the trade, don't be amazed if he plays well. Because he'll be surrounded by a team who knows how to play. Anyway, he's got a good catch there, 12 yards gained. DeCaro with the ball, he's running it again. Wish he wouldn't. There goes Steve. Steve there, stuffed behind the line. Ross throws. DeCaro with the catch. He's not quick enough to do this. Why are we not throwing to our receivers? Our receivers are top flipping tier. Hunkerdome gets the first down for Volkamoose. Inquisitor with the throw, and it's caught by Dickberg, who gains 14. Viking now sacked by Big Steve, who has 201 career sacks. And the player who's got the second most sacks of all time has less than half of that. Because Steve's that flipping good. And that's why we win games. He's got his second sack of the game here and we take over. Ross. That's more like it, even though it's deflected. That's what I want to see. Steve on third down can't get very much at all, but we are playing what could be described as a really good team. So this is another one where I don't mind the outcome. Losing against a good team, fine. It's when you lose against a bunch of bums that you get upset about it. Second and goal, Vikings, and it's deflected by DeCaro. Inquisitor throws, Dickberg, touchdown. 1-1. There you go. We've thrown it to Dougie Conglomerates, and he gets a 36-yard first down. DeCaro throws it, and it's deflected by Viking. Fine. There goes Lobster. Touchdown. The Double Dragon, making an impact on the team. Viking runs it for 8. Hunkerdome gets him a first down. Inquisitor gains 3. Viking on 2nd and 7 throws it nowhere. 3rd and 7. Inquisitor. No, Hunkerdome. And that one's deflected by Doug. Nice one, Dougie. DeCaro gains a 4-yard pass. We then pass it out to Dougie, who gains 12. Steve's running it and gets nowhere good. Impressive defending. Dickberg with another flipping deflection. Dickberg with another flipping deflection, and that's the end of the drive, and the Saints take back over. Good coverage players sadden me greatly. Half-time rolls around. It's 2-1 BDP at the moment, but this one could go anywhere. Kremp runs it for 1. Viking on third down has it deflected by Ross, who finally did a halfway decent job at cover. Viking with the deflection, 3rd and 11, and Steve is wrapped up after just 1 yard. Drip Fizzle Brew makes a deflection. Oh, well done, Drippy. Slot Bridges, good catch, gains 23. This is some of the best defensive play you're going to see, and I only say that because you know how good the offenses are on these two teams. This is a defensive absolute ruckus. Dickberg is going to get to the end zone. That makes it 2-2. Beautiful. There we go. We got one past Dickberg, and it's a first down. Ross completing for 28 yards. That's Dickberg with another deflection. Steve completes the pass to Julio Lobster. Julio, 41 yards. Ross gets nothing out of it and is sacked by a halfling. DeCaro throws deflected by Viking. Steve throws. Ross has got a catch, and it's not good enough. But there's the safety. Boom shakalaka. 3-2 BDP. Yeah, you can't stand in your own end zone. That's like catnip to my defensive line. Dickberg with another good catch. We've just got no answer for him. Since when is that new? There goes Slop Ridges. Julio will close him down. 38-yard gain, though. Spangles looking to pass. Gets it to Viking and is down. Bringing up a second and very, very short. Inquisitor to the end zone. Hunkerdome. Touchdown. 1 quarter to go. And it's 3rd and 13 for BDP. Steve throws it. It's deflected by Erlen Bloody Dickberg. Viking throws a 2-yarder. Hunkerdome runs it for 1. Kremp throws. Yeah, it's that goblin again. Yeah. Flipping goblins. Viking is stacked by Steve, who now has 5 sacks in this game. But it is not doing enough to ensure victory. There's the touchdown. Dickberg, he's done it to us again. Ross gets sacked. John DeCaro throws it to Ross, who picks up 12. And this might be it. Yeah, Dickberg, another deflection. Flipping Dickberg. Yeah. I'm just flipping. It's like playing against what's a face? Larissa Tornado. Yeah, Larissa flipping Tornado. It's like playing against one of them, only shorter. And she's a gnome. Well, whatever. Oh, we got an interception. Drip Fizzle Brew. He may not be the greatest lineman you've ever seen, but my goodness me, he's making a contribution. Big Steve with the throw. We get it to Dougie. There are 5 plays left in the game. We could equalise. Ross. No. Thanks, Ross. DeCaro. Your chance to be a hero there, John. Just completely blown. Steve actually runs the ball. Actually gets a first down. We've got 33 yards to go in one play, and we don't get there. The Saints win it 4-3. What a great game. What a great game. Yeah, no, just absolutely great stuff. Steve Morrie, player of the game, because, of course, 121 fantasy points for Big Steve, 146 passing. Hey, yep. Oh, it's nice to see John DeCaro's contribution, though. -4 fantasy points overall, with -13 on defence. Great debut, John DeCaro. Dropping you to runner 3. Yeah, what else did he do defensively? 5 sacks, 21 tackles. Beefcake. Erlen Dickberg for the Saints had a cracking game. 94 fan points, 201 receiving, 3 touchdowns, 7 deflections. Well, oh well. Yep, oh well. Yes, that's life. Does this seem like it's taking longer to you? No, it's just taking the normal amount of time. It's the Voo Boys taking on the Sunshine Fun Bus. There's Ed Big Mother, look. Ed Big Mother. Now, Ed Big Mother was my best blocker. And in season 1, Ed Big Mother played for the Sunshine Fun Bus. He's come back home, but back then they used to let him run the ball. It won't work these days. But they've got him in the centre of the line. And there goes Colt Rhombus on first down, who throws an interception. Sure. Karen Hare there picking it off. Vincent Rimshot on 1st and 10 for the Voo Boys. Then Ocean Tanklark does a bit of running, and that's a touchdown. Voo Boys 1-0. Rhombus on first down. Good throw, good catch. Tommy Keys is going to chew up the field. Gets 46 yards. Apex Manticore on the run gets nothing. Felicia Wintercoat gets nothing. 3rd and 11. Rhombus completes the Keys again, but he's brought down. No, he got the first down. All right. Anything from these runners? Yeah, Wintercoat's actually got some yards. Oh, good effort. And then got herself injured by Bertha Raccoon. Tequila Pamplemousse now in the lineup for the Fun Bus, who have scored the tying touchdown. Rojas there making it happen. Dwayne Plum's coming up with a sack. Tanklark runs it for 2. 3rd and 11 Voo Boys. They do enough to get the first. Gonzalo Laurie making it happen. Tanklark with another little 6-yard gain. Then a no-yard gain. And on 3rd and 4, Laurie has it deflected by Rojas. Rhombus back in possession again. A deep pass to Rojas. And it's 32 yards. Improved gain improved. Keys goes 5 yards. Pamplemousse, nice piece of running gains, 12. Rhombus, touchdown. Antonio Rojas, 2-1. Bertha Raccoon going back the other way gets 26. Tanklark gains 8 on the run. Laurie gets the first down and a smidge more, 3 yards gained. Rim shot has it deflected by Pamplemousse, her first deflection this year. Tanklark goes 2, 3rd and 7, and it's intercepted by Colt Rhombus, who is rapidly becoming a name. Yeah. Rhombus is then sacked by Sir Andermadam for a loss. Sure. Pamplemousse on 3rd and 12. Throws a short pass, and that's the end of the drive. Tanklark completes one to Karen Hare, who gets a 15-yard first down as the Voo Boys are back in possession. Gonzalo runs it for 9. 2nd and short. Rim shot. First down. Okay, Tanklark throws. It's out of bounds. Laurie on 2nd and 10 throws. It's too long. And on 3rd down, complete to Bertha Raccoon, which is what you should have been doing all along. And that's a 44-yard pass from Vincent Rimshot. The goal is in sight, and it's intercepted by Tequila Pamplemousse, who's coming back. 14th career interception for Tequila. And the Fun Bus step it up with a little bit of defence. Tommy Keys gains 23 off the pass from Apex Manticore. Tequila gets nothing on the run, 2nd and 10. And Colt's got the first down. Doing it all with his legs. If he gets injured, everyone will be sad. And Tommy Keys has got another touchdown. It's 3-1 to the Fun Bus. And Rhombus has picked it off, and he's going to take it to the house. Colt Rhombus, everybody. 4-1 Sunshine Fun Bus. Tanklark gets himself sacked by Manticore. Karen Hare there getting a 14-yard catch. Vincent throws it for 1. Tanklark throws to the floor. Halftime rolls around. Funbus are up 4-1 at the moment, but Voodoo Boys having the ball. Had the ball. Rhombus throws. Keys with the catch. Another first down for the Funbus. Here comes Manticore. Gains just 1 on the ground. Pamplemousse, though, has a good block. I wonder where that came from. Yeah, that's Ed doing his thing. Yeah. Manticore on 2nd and 1 decides to scramble, gains 3 yards, and it's a first down, and Keys has got another touchdown. It's 5-1. The accelerator is right here if the Voodoo Boys don't score this drive. Yep. No, another deflection. Gonzalo, nothing doing. And the Funbus have activated the accelerator. It's another touchdown. Yep. Okay. Tanklards gains 5 on that one. Laurie gains a little bit. The Voodoo Boys have got plenty of... Well, no, they've got a reasonable amount of mid-tier talent, but what they don't have is a coherent focal runner in the way they have in every season up to now, who can just pull a little bit of magic out of the bag once in a while to turn a almost competitive into a we're running away with this game. And that's the secret mist that is missing, as that's a fumble caused by Dwayne Plums. Funbus now up 7-1. Pamplemousse throws. You know, there were people saying that the Ed Big Mother John DeCaro trade was not a good one. I think they were talking to the wrong person. Now, Ed is old. He's year 10, right? So he's only going to get worse from here. Hold on. Voodoo Boys are actually moving the ball a bit. But his contribution this season cannot be overstated. Voodoo Boys pull one back. 13 plays left. The Funbus have got this in the bag. Manticore with a 4-yard run. Then Pamplemousse throws for the first. They get sacked and fumble it. Gonzalo recovering. 2nd and 10. Voodoo Boys. Raccoon is down at the 1. Gonzalo. Touchdown. It's too late. It's too late. It's a 2-point swing comeback, but way too late to make any difference on the final score. There goes Rhombus, who's had a great game. Pamplemousse has played well coming off the bench, but that's the end of that then. Final score, Sunshine Funbus 7, Voodoo Boys 3. Colt Rhombus, player of the game with 70 fan points, 256 passing, 4 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions and a pass deflection. How did Ed do? 49 pancakes. Lowest fan points on the team. Yeah, but 49 pancakes. Frees up the offense to actually do stuff. For the Voodoo Boys, Paddy Finucane is player of the game with 19 pancakes and 3 sacks. It's not great. Where was Karen Hare? I know. Karen Hare just never got given the ball. Anyway, a win there for the Funbus. Nice to see that sometimes it's sunny in the sunshine. Yeah. Why are you not off? Because you turned it on. Oh, that would be it. Yeah, okay. The Port Miggins Pirates are taking on Grazer Ridge. Grazer Ridge are just waiting for the season to end so they can go, why is it not working? Whereas the Pirates are occasionally clicking because they got Mikey Power Tools. I wonder if they'll sell him. It's really unlikely, man. You're going to have to dig deep to get Mikey Power Tools. It's a roaster of a day, so this one will end up tiring people out. Rufus Paper Trail gets us underway for Grazer Ridge and makes a nice run. A very nice run. 13 yards gained. Ethan Hogwash with a big throw, and it's Nigel Prism with a catch. There he goes. 37 yards. Doc Crane throw caught by Nige again. Paper Trail on first down. Deflected by Quebec Spire in the end zone. Oh, she used to play for me as well. I know, you've just been selling players willy-nilly, and it might actually cost you. Drive's ended, though. Yeah. Emmental Helmet, he used to play for me. Yeah, but he wasn't the right man for the job. You reckon DeCaro is? I'm flipping hope so. There goes Quebec. A nice catch and go for the Pirates. Freddie Twobeard, good bit of running. Gets him a first down, 7 yards. Aurora Tundra is sacked by Casey Jones. Emmental throws. Quebec with the catch. Makes Nigel miss. And Quebec gets a touchdown, a 44-yard touchdown, 54th career touchdown. Quebec's just made an interception. She never flipping did that for me. Nope. That's frustrating. 3rd and 10. Aurora Tundra throws. Two Beers got the catch, but it's going to be short of the first down. Grazer Ridge back in possession. Rufus runs it for nothing. Ethan runs it for nothing. And Doc Crane throws to Nige. Weird that. Yeah. 35-yard gain for Nigel Prison. Rufus paper trail. Nice piece of running again. Gets them to the 30-yard line. Grazer Ridge trailing by 1 right now, but it's still early doors. Doc throws, Nige with the catch. Spooky. Yeah, I know. It's eerie how effective that works. Effectively. Whatever you like. Emmental runs it for 24. Freddie Twobeard gains nothing on the ground there. And then there's an interception. Pat Duplistis has caused a fumble and picked it back up, and Grazer Ridge have another opportunity. Ethan Hogwash has the first down, refusing to be tackled, 13 yards gained. Doc Crane throws to Nige for 10 yards. Rufus throws to Nige for a touchdown. Just throw the ball to Nige. That's really all there is to it. Everyone knows this. Duplistis comes up with a sack. It's 3rd and 13. And Aurora Tundra has got nowhere to go. And Grazer Ridge have got it again. Hogwash on 2nd and 10 throws it to no one in particular. Doc on 3rd down. And it's deflected by Quebec, which is fortunate because Nige was stood there going, I'm ready, in his starting blocks, lacing up his trainers. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're saying that the feed has died a few times. Is anybody in the chat, just out of interest? Everything looks lively here. I've got no signs of intrigue or damage from here, but I'm not seeing any responses. Yeah, you are still there. Thank you, Mitch. Okay. Yeah. No, I mean, everything seems to be running perfectly smoothly. What's happening at the moment? Grazer Ridge are up 2-1. We're coming up on half-time. The Pirates have the ball. Emmental's making a nice run and has the tying touchdown. Okay. Thank you, commenters. Thank you. You were just quietly in awe of the sport on display. I get that. It's all fine. Nige catches a 34-yarder. Rufus with the throw is deflected by Quebec. Another big throw there. Quebec deflects that one as well. You know, if you'd done that for me, Quebec, you'd still be playing on a bowl-winning team. You aware of that? Anyway, Freddie Twobeard getting it done for the Pirates. Gains 29 yards. Freddie now with the ball. Makes a short pass, but it only goes 1. Tundra. Not a lot in it. Emmental on 3rd and 8 throws it away, and we're back to Grazer Ridge again. Quebec with another deflection. And Hogwash gets nowhere at all. Doc Crane has it deflected by Emmental. So what you're telling me is those players you sold were in fact a pass defence. Interesting. Everything is relative to who they're playing and who they're playing with. Right. Doc Crane gains 1 yard. Grazer Ridge looking to go ahead. It's all square at 2 at the moment. Both teams moving the ball for a bit and then stopping. Emmental completes the pass to Quebec, who has the first down, 17 yards. Freddie Twobeard up the middle gains 2. Is Tundra. Throws. It's Randall Frippery with the catch and the first down. Gains 30. Helmet on 1st and 10 completes to Freddie for 5. Freddie now runs it, gains another 1, 3rd and 3. First down, but only just. Emmental, 1st and 10. Pirates looking towards the end zone, gets 9 yards. Freddie Twobeard punches it in 3-2 Pirates. Grazer Ridge throw it to Nige. Yeah, okay, there we go. Nige gains 40. Doc Crane there gaining 7. And then they throw it to Nige again, who evades Quebec to get the tying score. So you can do it when you want to. Emmental with a nice piece of running has the first down, 16 yards gained as the Pirates look at the clock, look at the scoreline, look at the clock again, look at the ball, and get a first down. And then fumble the ball. But Quebec's picked it up and managed to keep the drive moving forwards with an 8-yard fumble recovery that advanced. Second and 5. Aurora throws. Quebec's got the catch and she'll get down as far as the end zone. 13 plays left. 4-3 Pirates. Okay, Ethan Hogwash makes a catch. And that's a 25-yard gain. Hogwash now with the ball. Throws it short. Doc Crane with the catch and getting it going. Crane throws again. Nige has got the ball and he gets to the 20-yard line. 10 plays left. That one's thrown out of bounds. Hogwash, nothing doing. 3rd and 10. And the Pirates could run the game out now if they choose to. Emmental goes for 6. Two-Beard gets 2. Aurora stopped short of the first down. One last chance for Grazer Ridge to tie it up. A deflection from Frippery. A nothing doing from Hogwash. And on 3rd down, Doc Crane to Pat Duplistis has a first down. And inside the 20. Last play of the game. No. Shouldn't have run it. Final score, Port Biggers Pirates 4. Grazer Ridge 3. Player of the game, Quebec Spire. 151 yards receiving off 75 fan points. 2 touchdowns, 5 deflections, 1 interception. Doc Crane for Grazer Ridge with 45 fan points, 220 passing, 2 touchdowns, and a singular deflection. Just the one. Don't want to do too many of them. No, don't get carried away. People will look at you weird. We head down the other way and Stardozer are taking on Edgeslum. You want to finish up Miners Minstrels? Minstrels must win. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, this one could be dangerous. Yeah, Stardozer are looking like the beefcake this season. Edgeslum are looking like they really want to break a record. That record being killing people. Oh, yeah. Anyway, 2nd and 10, Edgeslum. They throw it to Alison, whatever her name is. 3rd and 3 goes nowhere. Do we know what Alison's surname is? Not yet. John Baritone for Stardozer gets first down, 22 yards. David Onions punching players out of the way, then fumbles the ball. Angus Sleep Bunsen picking it up. Maddie Weiss, they're playing rookies. Bjorn throws it. David with the deflection. Jamie Boys there, gaining 4 yards. Edgeslum crash out again. And why would they do this at this stage of the season? Are they tanking deliberately? No. There is now an incentive to playing young players in the form of training. Young players will improve automatically for game time that they get as Manso Kettlechip gets the first score of the game. Manso throws to, not Manso, the other one, Maddie Weiss. Oh, too many new names in one game. Jamie Boys runs it for 2, it's 3rd and 8. Maddie Weiss with the throw, completes to Ron Bongos. He's not new. Well, I mean, there's some people you have to have on the field. A 33-yard gain. Bjorn Stonesmith throws to Ron again. They've just realised that their best player is actually playing. There's an injured player. First contact has been taken down by Tarquin Bangfish. All right, their best 2 players. Yaya Lemongrass has subbed in. That's another injury. Club Bollinger just got taken out as well. Okay. All right, yeah. Edgeslum on a cursed field. Edgeslum's home field is cursed. I think almost all the time. Angus Sleep Bunsen recovers another fumble, and Edgeslum are staying in this one by forcing players to go and have a lie down. However, Lloyd Gadzooks has just recovered the fumble going the other way. Davy Onions runs the ball for 12 yards, and it's intercepted by Whitey Hart. Whitey Hart, who might end up being a good player. Might not, but might be. Yeah, you never know. Jamie Boys on 3rd and 13 gets nowhere at all. Gadzooks with the throw for Stardozer, who are back in possession. Nothing. David Onions runs it for 3. Kettlechip on 3rd and 6. No. It's Alison Tomorrow, or Tomorrows. I forget which. There's another sack fumble there. Stuntworth Friendly making the fumble. And Edgeslum got the ball back some more. And then they crash out. No, that was a whatever. Look, let me know when someone shows some competence. There you go. Lloyd Gadzooks, a 19-yard catch. Manso Kettlechip, nice piece of running, gains 6. Here's Gadzooks on 2nd and 3. Baritone with a 1-yard catch. Onions. Was that a first down? No, it was not. Weiss throws. It's caught by someone. There's another pass, and it's Allison who's got the catch. Edgeslum getting a first down. 1-yard gain from Boys. No yards from Weiss. And Stonesmith has it deflected by Engelbert Loudmouth. Locker room poison himself is on the field. Nothing doing on the first down there from Stardozer. Onions gains 8. Is Kettle Chip on 3rd and 1. And it's complete to Loudmouth, who gets them down to about the 17. Here is Gadzooks looking to pass but giving up on that idea. There's a downed player. Manso Kettle Chip's been taken out by Alison Tomorrows, but Violence has subbed in for Stardozer as they take the lead off a David Onions touchdown. Stonesmith throws. Bongos with a catch. Breaks a tackle, gains 28 yards. Boys runs on 1st and 10, gains a whole yard. Vice is sacked by Ostentatious Smack. Stonesmith throws a short one, and that's the end of the drive. Back to Stardozer again. Engelbert with a 21-yard gain. Onions through the middle, just kind of slapping players around there a little bit. And then gets himself injured by Whitey Hart. Demarcus Rotoscope has subbed in for Stardozer. That's not ideal, is it? No. There's another injury. Yeah. Yaya Lemongrass has got himself injured by Jamie Boys. Jack Flippercoin and Brad Adidas have both come in as Stardozer juggle the players around while getting another touchdown. Bongos drops the ball, 3rd and 8. Boys, longest run of the day. By a long way. A 34-yard run from Jamie Boys. There's another injury. Engelbert Loudmouth is down, having been injured by Ron Bongos. Burt Violence has subbed back onto the field as Bongos goes all the way to the end zone for 39 yards. Flippercoin runs it for nothing. Rotoscope throws. Is caught by Burt Violence, who's outpacing Stonesmith and gets a nice first down. There's Tomorrow making a catch, making a deflection. Slow down. You don't have to cover every play. Just cover the fun plays. In a game like this, where everybody's falling down dead, every play's fun. Flip a coin on 2nd and 2. Gets it to Rotoscope, who will increase the lead back out to 2. Stardozer 4, Edgeslum 2, 20 plays in the game. Edgeslum with the ball, has it deflected by Flip a Coin. Boys, another big run? No, not this time. Okie dokie, Stardozer have got it back again and they can put this one to bed with a successful drive here. They get it to John Baritone, who's just short of the first down. 3rd and 1, Gadzooks, first down. Flippy chucks it, deflected by Whitey Hart. Rotoscope is sacked by Tarquin Bangfish. And Gadzooks cannot get them the first down, but there's only 12 plays left in the game. And it has to be said, Edgeslum's offense ain't all that. Oh, sure, they're well violent. They can take out 3/4 of the opposing team. But when it comes down to it, they just can't chew up the yardage, although Jamie Boys with another nice run there. 32 yards gained, 8 plays left, trailing by 2. Alison Tomorrows with a 5-yard catch. Boys. Yeah, but these are all rookies. These are all rookies. All rookie adjacent. And therefore, they will gain from the experience of the situation. Oh, yeah. 3 plays left. Stardozer are going to win this one. Flip a Coin throws a completion. Rotoscope gets a first down. Last play of the game, Gadzooks. And it's complete to John Baritone. Final score, Stardozer 4, Edgeslum 2. Player of the game is Tarquin Bangfish with 38 pancakes, 17 tackles, 1 sack, 1 injury inflicted. Not much, no. Ostentatious Smack for Stardozer is their player of the game with 48 pancakes and a sack. Righto. Yeah. That was just a rumble on the field. Anyway, in terms of injuries, Edgeslum inflicted 6 injuries. Stardozer didn't. Yeah, don't fancy yours much. No, I rather don't think anybody does. Next up, we've got Failurewood up against Peninsula Transport. Peninsula now back with their coach at the helm. Failurewood Hills back with their Julio a la carte. And it's a blessed field. Oh boy. Can Gabe do it? If Gabe can make it work, you never know. Gabe runs for 14. Fungible on first down goes for 4. Bradley Comer with a good throw gets it to Ego Sarian. And that's a 34-yard completion. Gabe, not more nice running, gets 5 yards. Hank gains 3. Bradley Comer on 3rd and 1 has the first down and is still on his feet, gains 10 yards. Gabe Transistor fumbles it. And then that was fumbled as well by Exorcism Fry, but Julio's got it. And he's taken it all the way back to the halfway line. Tim Vanken with a throw gets it to Vicky Flamboyant, who picks up 25 yards. Fromage Demi-John gets it to Julio, who will score. You are in a lot of trouble. Gabe with a good run. With a nice run. Very nice. Where are the defenders? Well, they turned up after 29 yards. But even then, that's not ideal. Bradley catches a 2-yarder. Bradley is then stuffed behind the line for a loss, leaving it to Gabe to get the first down, and he does so. 13 yards gained. Fungible throws. Gabe with a catch and go. And he's down at the 5-yard line. Peninsula Transport looking pretty good. Hank Fungible could have gone in, but instead tried to be a smarty pants and went backwards, but Gabe's in. There goes Julio with the ball. Oh, Julio. Big gain. 76 yards for Julio, but he didn't get to the end zone. Gabe Transistor has been injured by Irish Joe Shock, and that hurts. Vanken can't score the touchdown, though. Janet Mission pulls Peninsula out of the end zone and gains 20 yards. Phenomenal piece of defending there from Peninsula Transport, but they are minus their number one runner. Cordelia Benzedrine gains it for 6. They're going to have to come up with a different plan. 2nd and 6. Hank Fungible goes for 2. 3rd and 3. Bradley. Incomplete. Deflected by Demi-John. Tim Vanken gets himself sacked by Rhett Violin. Demi-John is sacked by Kilkenny Prohound. Flamboyant on 3rd and 14 is stuffed. And Peninsula have got it back again. Hank. Nice piece of running from Fungible. He gains 7 yards and a first down. Coma gets it to Osarian with a nice run, gets 27 yards. Mission looking for a passing target, throws it short to Fungible, who has a touchdown. Well, Pound Shop Gabe Transistor has got a little bit of a blessing boost, and Peninsula Transport have a bit of a lead. There goes Julio. He'll score a touchdown. That's not what you want to see. No. Exorcism Fry makes an interception, and all of a sudden it's 3-2 Failurewood. A pick 6 from Exorcism Fry, and Peninsula's tenuous grasp on the game has no longer got that tenuosity. As Failurewood take back over, Demi-John catches a short one. He now has the ball. He throws. Vicky's got the catch, and is down to the 15 to the 12. Flamboyant throws over the head of Julio. Tim. Touchdown Julio a la carte. You're just not going to want to see him do anything in the second half of the game. It's going to be sadness and the upsetitude. Yeah. 3rd and 13 for Peninsula. It goes Hank. Completes to Osarian for the first down. He goes Sarian, playing quite strongly offensively. 4 catches for 125. Not bad at all. Half time has rolled around. It's 4-2. Failurewood on top right now. But Peninsula are not exactly dropping dead. Fungible throws for a first down on the 2-yard line. And there's the touchdown. It's 4-3. Just throw it to Julio. That's all you do. Just throw it to Julio and he'll disappear. Oh no, giving it to Fry, who gets a first down. Vicky. Can't find anyone to throw to. Vanken has it deflected by Coma. 3rd and 11. They've given it to Fry again, who has got a bit of pace and gets 31 yards. Flamboyant to Julio. Touchdown. Not Blabber has been injured by Randall Maroon. Emmanuel Weathercone has subbed in for Failurewood Hills. Coma catches a 3-yarder and then gets the first down to keep the drive moving. Peninsula down but not out, as Hank gets a first down as well. 12 yards gained. Hank now with the ball, with the throw deep to Cordelia Benzedrine, who just about makes it in before being masticated. I was going to go for emasticated, which is not a word. Julio's tearing it up the field at the moment. Either way, mashed fundamentally. Julio a 63-yard reception and then a touchdown. I mean, fair to say that right now Julio can run the length of the field twice before getting out of breath. So you've got to try and stop that from happening. Janet Mission with a short throw goes backwards. Fungible on third and a lot. Gets it to Bradley Comer, who stays on his feet long enough to get the first down. Comer sacked by Vicky Flamboyant. Janet doesn't get very far at all. Fungi on third and 12. Gets it to Bradley, who doesn't have enough to get the first down. Okay, Failurewood to Fry again, 18 yards. Flamboyant with a catch gets 8 from the halfway line. Vicky has it deflected by Fungible. Third and 1. Vanken sacked by Prohound. Good defending again from Peninsula, who are starting to look a little bit like the playoff team they were a couple of seasons ago. But they're just not quite, they're lacking one piece of the puzzle, it feels like. They've almost got it. The likes of Rhett Violin, very solid. Gabe, if he was on the field right now, would probably have scored the majority of their touchdowns. Failurewood, obviously resting hard on Julio, but you would, because he's great. Yeah. Fry with a good Fry's a good counterpart as well, because Fry's dead quick. Yeah, Vanken will just heave his lifeless carcass over the line for a first down. And there's an interception. Janet Mission's picked it off. There is not enough time to come back without a miracle. Mission, 14-yard run. Fungible throws. Sarian's got the ball. And he's fumbled it. And Demijohn's picked it up, and that'll be the end of that then. It was a valiant effort. And you have to wonder what might have been if Transistor had managed to stay fit for the duration of the game. Janet Mission gets injured by Alejandro Klutz, bringing in Hatchet Malibu. That's the end of... Well, I mean, it was the end of it anyway. It was. Vanken is sacked by Rhett Violin. Demijohn is sacked by Rhett Violin. Flamboyant is sacked by Hatchet Malibu. And that rounds out the game. Failurewood Hill 6, Peninsula 4. But Peninsula putting people on alarm there, I would say. Or at least alert. Vicky Flamboyant, player of the game. Nothing to speak of particularly on offense other than 2 touchdowns. But 5 sacks. That'll work. Peninsula Transport, Hank Fungible. Started slow, but picked up the pace later on with 219 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 deflections, and an interception. Oh, yeah. Right, who's next? It's the Beekeepers taking on the Fire Chefs. Beekeepers, this season's Miracle Mile of a team. Surely that means something. The Fire Chefs are playing their rookies. Well, this is an opportunity for the Beekeepers, who are looking for their first playoff game in 6 seasons or something mad. 5 seasons, maybe. It will be the Chefs getting a start on a roaster of a day, and that's a pass to Opie Pickhandle, who has a comfortable 25-yard first down. Pickhandle now has the ball, throws it, and gets 12. Olivetti Typewriter throws to Lars Inkface, who doesn't do anything with it. Then O.T. Freemason comes up with a sack, and then they throw it away on 3rd down. All right, here comes Hank Massive. Now, on a roaster of a day, Hank might not be up to his usual hijinks because the heat takes a lot of your stamina away quite quickly. But Ted Shirley gets a first down. Hank is on the run again, gets another 9. 2nd and short, Freemason. Throws, it's caught by Rolf Henchucker, who gains 15. Ted Shirley now running it, picks up another 7. Hank, first down for the Beekeepers. 1st and 10, Freemason. Sabotage, touchdown. Efficient looking play from the Beekeepers. Typewriter with a catch for the Fire Chefs on 1st down, gains 21. Off the pass from Georgie Wheelchair. Opie Pickhandle, good piece of running, gains 15. Typewriter, stuffed inside the line for 2. Wheelchair, nothing doing there. And Pickhandle on 3rd and 9 is stopped short. Beekeepers back in possession. First down run from Hank goes for only 2. Freemason has it deflected by Pickhandle. Shirley on 3rd and 7. Well, that was a nothing kind of a pass, and it was a nothing kind of a result. Wheelchair with a good run on 1st down, gains 16. Here's Pickhandle again. Intercepted, and it's Rolf Henchucker, who is on pretty much every fantasy team because he's cheap. And in double defense week, an interception is just what you want to see. Shirley on 3rd and 4 cannot convert. And we're back with the chefs again. Pick handle. Caught by Eva Composite, who breaks a tackle from Shirley and is down at the 20-yard line, but that's a 49-yard gain. Hank gets a deflection. Wheelchair throws. Is caught by Composite for the touchdown. 1-1. Hank Massive on first down. Nothing. O.T. Freemason on second down. Caught by Rolf, who will get the first. And he's still on his feet. Gets 29 yards. Ted Shirley with a new first down. Kathy Glowpad, potential rookie of the year. With a big pancake freed up the run there. Freemason to Shirley, another first down. Shirley now with the ball, up the middle, gains 5, Massive on 2nd and 5. Dodging in and out of danger, gets the first down. Freemason throws it away. Here's Shirley again. Gains 4. Hank on a 3rd and 6. Has a bit of a stutter step there, but just manages to hold it together long enough to get a touchdown, and it's 2-1 Beekeepers. Eva Composite goes for 43 yards. Henchucker with another deflection. And then Olivetti Typewriter has been injured by Manfred Textures, bringing in Jackie Mercury, who's playing in the line. Well, that's not ideal. No. Defensive line, though. Yeah, I suppose. Hank has got a catch, and he's inside opposing territory, 36-yard gain. Ted runs it, evades the tackle, gets the first down, 15 yards. Hank through the middle, doesn't get very much at all. Freemason throws, and it's sabotaged for the touchdown, 3-1 Beekeepers. Wheelchair, no. Half time, right you are. 3-1 at the moment. Fire Chef's looking okay, but I think the Chefs are not expecting a win here. They are very much training a team for the future. Hank Massive, a nice piece of running, has the first down for the Beekeepers, 17 yards gained. Freemason throws, Henchucker on the catch, and he's fumbled it at the 4-yard line. Okay, yeah, we're going back the other way. Eva Composite, good catch, good run. And that's another 41 yards. And this Fire Chef passing game, it's got some life to it. Eva Composite, when she gets a good catch, can very much make a bit of an impact on the field. And there she goes again. 26 yards gained this time. Pick handle is sacked and has fumbled the ball. Eva Composite is dead, having been killed by Rolf Henchucker. Oh, that's harsh. Eva Composite was just starting to look like she could be a somebody, and superstar fantasy player Rolf Henchucker has ended that. Well, it is double defense week, and Rolf wants his numbers. I suppose so. He's got another touchdown as well. 4-1 Beekeepers. And that's really going to hurt the Chefs unless they brought in someone great. They've thrown another interception, and it's Henchucker again. Meaning if you haven't boarded the Rolf wagon in the Fantasy League, well, you've missed it. Because he's going to get some right points. Ted Shirley gets him down to a 3rd and goal. Hank has to go backwards, but he gets the first down, 5-1, and will activate the sympathy button. Jack Mercury has got himself injured by Kathy Glowpad. It's just so mean. Isla Monotheism drops the ball. I guess she's subbed in. And then Ted Shirley with a good catch, gains 28. He now runs for a good shake, gets 5. Hank, another first down, another bunch of broken tackles, and he's down at the 2-yard line. Freemason, touchdown sabotage, 6-1 Beekeepers. How far are they going to go? Well, they look fairly certain of a playoff position. Maybe they're not a million miles away from a bye week at this point. Can they make it past round 1? Well, it depends on what happens on the day. If Henchucker decides to start killing people all of a sudden, then anything could happen. It's a fumble. Chad has recovered the fumble there. I didn't see who it was because this one has already, it's outstayed its welcome. Great shot with a 4-yarder. Rolf with another deflection. We've got to look at Rolf's defensive points in this game because it's going to be quite nice. I keep banging on about it because he is the fantasy game sensation. He's not the most high-earning player in the Fantasy League, but he's top 10, and he's the cheapest. He's one of the cheapest players in the Fantasy League. There you go. Final score, Beekeeper 6, Fire Chefs 1. Rolf, 89 fan points, 73 of which were on defence. Pretty good. 110 receiving, 1 touchdown, 3 deflections, 2 interceptions, and a kill. Chad for the Fire Chefs, 14 pancakes and a pass deflection. Okay then. Yeah. All right. Yeah. The Beekeeper's hype train continues out of the station into the wilderness. The sweaty marsupials are taking on the Off-City Axemen. The Axemen playing with the goodwill of the head coach in this game, whereas the marsupials are playing with the goodwill of Hype Conquest. Small Jersey appears to be getting a start as another team seeks to take advantage of the rookie training fandango. Right you are. It's going to be Pritchard Serenity who gets us started with a 5-yard pass, perfectly respectable. Flunkerson with the throw, caught by Shandy Worthless for 10. Lowbrow Charlotte running around the outside of the line, getting some good team blocking as the Axemen advance on a 17-yard gain. Serenity to Worthless. A broken tackle and a 24-yard first down. Flunkerson, he's doing it himself. Blaze Peterbilt isn't built to run. No. Okay. All right. Yeah. Gibby love handles with a deflection there. Donk Branding makes a play, and we're back with the Axemen again. Flunkerson. Good run from Flunky, and that's a 32-yard first down. Lowbrow Charlotte is tackled for a loss by President Scroob, and Worthless is in the end zone. Yeah. Good. What's happening? No, I'm swayed by the two teams are tanking. Neither team is tanking. Both teams are playing starters. The marsupials are put in a starting lineup. The Axemen, because the coach picked the team, means they've automatically put in a starting lineup. There's no tanking going on here. No, and even then, there is no such thing as tanking in this game. No such thing. Because you're either playing to strategically protect your players. Abby Chopstick, lovely bit of catch and go. And it's 3-0 Axemen. And there's an injury. And it's Pritchard Serenity who's lying on the floor. Injured by Ruthie Spasms, bringing in Hilda Showbiz. That's actually quite a big loss for the Axemen. Pritchard has been runner 1 for as long as I can remember. Yeah. Oh well, we'll see how it works out, won't we? Lowbrow on 3rd and 7 has a first down for the Axemen as they move on once more. Chopstick, 1st and 10, no. Flunkerson on the 2nd and 10, not a lot. Charlotte on a 3rd and 8, nothing in there. Okay, Hype Conquest gains 6 yards. Cooch Badongla completes it to Gillian Void Monkey. And that's a solid number of yards. 41 gain there. Donk Branding picks up 3. Hype. Good running from Hype Conquest. Gains 10 yards. That's not a lot there from Cooch. It goes Donk, nothing. Hype. Monosyllabic names only are permitted at the marsupials at runner. Abby Chopstick doing a bit of running there for the Axemen. Picks up 39 yards. Very nice. Flunkerson. Very slowly advances for 8. Lowbrow picks up 13. Chopstick. Choppo. Completes the pass to Shandy Worthless. And that's 27 yards off that one. Flunkerson to Void Monkey, who deflected it, because Void Monkey's on the other team. Chopstick. Touchdown. 4-0 Axemen. This is not the result you would have expected, given the apparent strength of the marsupials, although their record rather indicates they have dropped off something of a cliff this season. Conquest. It's plausible, Joe, that you got caught up in my do-over at the start of the last week's turn processing. Man done goofed. Man done goofed. And it only took about 45 minutes for me to realise that. So if you submitted a game plan straight away, it's very likely it got caught in a re-spec, a redo, or whatever. What's going on? That Small Jersey made a great catch and had got the marsupials down to the goal line, but they couldn't get in. Anyway, Abby Chopstick has just bailed the Axemen out, and they're moving upfield again. Hilda Showbiz with a nice catch. Gets a 21-yard first down. Lowbrow Shallots punching it through the middle of the line, gains 3. Chopstick complete to Showbiz, who's come off the bench and doing rather well. Worthless gains 5. Shallots on the run, has good mileage and picks up 13. Chopstick in sight of goal line. That makes it 5-0 with 35 to go. And thoughts and prayers go out to the marsupials. Yeah. Flunkerson, a good catch, and plenty of yardage gets the Axeman down to the 1, and then Worthless drops it in the end zone, and then Showbiz catches it in the end zone, 6-0. Hype Conquest, good run, coming up on 100 yards in this game. Interesting, and it's another interception. Flunkerson has picked it off. Chopstick with another good run. 18 carries for 144 this season. I want to know how many in this game, because it feels like put in quite a few rushing yards this game. Charlotte with a good run gains 20. Lowbrow Charlotte, man. Another touchdown, 7-0. Oof. Yeah. Donk Branding, good throw, and Jersey gets a first down. I want to see some more Small Jersey. I've got a feeling that that's a player of the future. Only a rookie right now, but already put up a strong performance. Joe slung a 20 in the bucket. Thank you, Joe. It's a tip for your AI coach for doing a good job. Your AI coach has done solid, especially since Serenity was taken out of the game early. Donk Branding is looking for a consolation touchdown. Badongla deflected by Chopstick in the end zone, and Branding makes it 7-1, and the blushes are almost spared. And then they look at the actual scoreline, and the blushes return again. Charlotte, nice piece of running. 178, I think Charlotte did in that game. No, only 100. Oh, okay. Never mind then. Player of the game, Abby Chopstick for the Ov City Axemen, where the final score was 7-1. 67 fan points, 128 passing, 2 touchdowns, a tackle for loss and a deflection. President Scroob for the Marsupials, 48 fan points, 53 pancakes, a sack and a tackle for loss. Okay, yeah. Feels like there should be a meaty number of pancakes here somewhere, but it's not showing up. I didn't see it, I just had a feeling, and evidently that feeling was incorrect. We have done that one. We should be doing this one. The Medics are taking on the Lingo Blend All-Stars. What are we going to see in this game? Oh, usual. It's a hot old day. Now then, let's rank the weather conditions from most to least favourite. Most has got to be blessed, right? Blessed is easily the best, because you get like really big plays. Second best, well, that's got to be cursed. Yeah, got to be cursed, because you never know what's going to happen. Followed by beautiful Davison Brutalball. Beautiful Davison Brutalball. Followed by rain. Okay, yeah. Why? Fumbleitis. The action will continue. I'm just ranking the weather as Egon Sanction gets the first score of the game, putting the Medics on top. After rain, then I go frozen. Yeah. And then, which is worse, heat wave or fog? Fog. Where you put in beautiful day. Oh, third, maybe? I don't know. Fourth, something like that. It's 2-0. The Medics are on top. I shall pick up the play-by-play. What do you think of the weather? In the comments. Engagement, people. Let's go. John the Plum with the throw. Completes to Hack Murphy. And it's a good first down, 34 yards. Mitch likes the fog. Really? Okay. I think Fogg makes for the worst games. John the Plum goes nowhere at all. And the Bumson gets a stop. A Scooter Bois gets a 7-yard gain. 3rd and 2. Tone Penta, nothing doing. Back to Lingo Blend again. John the Plum goes 2 yards. Brenda throws for a first. Mad Cat says Fogg. Well, obviously you say Fogg. Obviously. Lingo Blend to Hack Murphy, and that's a touchdown. It's 2-1. Hazmat throws. Sabutio Bongos with a good catch. Sabutio, solid place in terms of hands. Solid. Just incredibly slow. Bingo Hazmat with a nice catch and run. Gets 45 yards off the pass from Tone Penta. Hazmat now running it all the way in as Hack Murphy is injured by Georgie Cones, bringing in Raj Firewall for Lingo Blend. That's not a good thing. No, it is not. Loop Negligence with a pass has it deflected by Hazmat. The Plum throws. It's caught by Firewall, who will break a tackle or two, but he drops so many catches. Not the last 2, though. No, he's just going 2 in a row. Negligence throws 3 in a row. Okay, and it's a touchdown. Okay, so Firewall is all right then. Yeah. All right, 3rd and 10. Penta, not a lot doing. The Plum throws. Ook Beltsand has a first. Yeah. Ferrite throws. Firewall with another catch. I take back everything I said about Raj Firewall being unable to catch, as Brenda Ferrite evens it back up and we're at 3-all. Hazmat throws. Sanction with a good catch, and he gets 23 yards for the first down. Scooter managing to do just enough there, gaining 10. Penta is sacked by Zimski. Tabulate as Bingo runs around the outside of the line, straight into Raj Firewall. 3rd and 5. Scooter with 5 to go has the first down. Penta on first down, and that's deflected by Ferrite. Hazmat to Bongos, and it's a good 15-yarder. Boam completes to Penta for the touchdown. Bumson back on top as the Medics take the lead at half-time. You said the same thing twice there. Yeah, I know. My brain's not 100%. Has it ever been? Yeah. Negligence on a 1st and 10 has no gain. John the Plum throws an interception. Chas Contraband has picked it off. Medics taking possession back again as Hazmat gains 3 on a scramble. Scooter gains a couple more, and Penta managing to land the first down. Hazmat not showing a lot of composure, throwing it away. Blam gets it to Penta, who drops it. The entire Medics team right now just kind of, well, I mean, they're showing not a lot of brain as well. So that's something, yeah. Scooter makes a deflection. Negligence on 3rd and 10 throws it away, and the Medics have got it back once more. Scooter with the catch has the first down to the 15-yard line. Blam sacked by Stephen Truckstop. And then Penta gains only 1. 3rd and 10. Hazmat? No. Wolfgang has chucked 20 crowns in the bucket. Thank you, Wolfgang. Next Monday is the playoffs in the College League. Okay. Thank you, Wolfgang. Important stuff. Because obviously at the end of the season in the College League, we will know the draft class for the next year. Exciting. Negligence with a throw. It is still 4-3 right now. Lingo Blend on the making a comeback, and they stall out, giving the Medics the opportunity to either extend the... Never mind. They've thrown it, and Ook Beltstrand has picked it off and is then going to get a touchdown. 4-all. The rookie getting it done. Okay. Hazmat. A good first down for the Medics. Costly mistake, though. 1 interception and 1 play later, a touchdown. It's not what you want to see when you're clinging to the lead. Lingo Blend are almost certainly out of the running for postseason. The Medics, not necessarily. And a win here can keep them in that chase. Penta throws. It's picked off by Brenda Ferrite. That was a colossally awful pass and deserved to be intercepted. And now Raj Firewall has got a catch, but he's, unlike a lot of Minotaur receivers, Raj Firewall does not break tackles. He will catch it, apparently, as we've seen. but then he'll fall over. It's not like watching Capsicum make a catch. It's an interception. Scooter's picked it off. 10 plays left. Scores are tied right now. Sabutio gains 19. 9 to play. It's intercepted again. Loop Negligence has got his first career interception. It's very unfortunate. The Plum does not a lot. Ferrite has it deflected by Boam, 3rd and 10. And Ferrite has a first down. And more. 16 to go to the end zone. And Egon Sanction has picked it off. Well, okay, the last quarter of the game has turned into something of a turnover fest. All right, 4 to go. The Medics need this. Purely because Lingo Blend are not going to make the playoffs. But the Medics might if they win here. They're not going to win here. No. All right. Good game, though. Final score, Bumson 4, Lingo Blend 4. Player of the game is also a tie. Scooter and Brenda are tied for player of the game. Scooter Boam, 69 fan points, 3 touchdowns, 5 deflections, 1 interception. Brenda, 124 receiving, 2 touchdowns, 3 deflections, 1 interception. Well, I mean, that's what happens in an evenly paced game. Yeah, okay, 4-all. Yeah. Right, last game of the week from the top half of the table sees the Sea Raiders taking on Erg Melonflex. Erg Melonflex been very busy in the last week, hustling, moving players around like you wouldn't believe. The Sea Raiders have not. Are we going to see a Sonny Watt classic? Will Mikey de Heimlich do the thing? It's raining. All right. It's going to be a fumble fest. Flap, flipping, Jacknope. Yeah. Oh, and I've got Charles Monkey Cage in my fantasy team. So he better have a good game. Okay, Flapjack, good run on first down. Evading a lot of people. That's what he does, though. 26 yards for Flapjack Nope. Georgina Karate has it intercepted by Darkness Albright. And the Sea Raiders get their first possession. Heimlich gains just 1. Sonny Watts is stopped at the line. Bart Cone drop on 3rd and 9. Not quite. All right, back over to Erg Melonflex. Here comes Flapjack again, and he's stopped at the line. Karate fumbles, and it's recovered by Charles Monkey Cage. Was it? I don't know. Hold on. The ball's going back and forth a bit. Stu and the Wild just made an interception, and that's been fumbled. Okay, who's got it? Mike Heimlich does for the time being. Sea Raiders currently have possession, but that could change very quickly. Monkey Cage comes up with a sack. Cone drop is stopped at the line. Heimlich, not enough for a first down. Flapjack, not a lot there. Karate. Fumbles it. Epic run from Georgina Karate, and at the end of the run she coughs the ball up and the Sea Raiders get the ball back. All right, it's another fumble. It's all right, Cone drop managed to keep hold of it. All right, that's a throw for 7. Heimlich has broken out into some space. The Sea Raiders looking like they might want a touchdown. Sonny Watt stopped at the line. Cone drop, managing to break for a first down, gets 14 yards. Here goes Heimlich again, and he's fumbled it. Recovered by Flapjack. Don't place any bets, kids. No, this could go absolutely anywhere. Flapjack with another good run. He's just about breaking every tackle it's possible to break. He gains 27. Karate gains 3. Moose Gomez with the throw deflected by Darkness Albright. Flapjack can't convert on 3rd down, and we're back to the Sea Raiders. Well, it's been a while since we had a turnover. Yeah, it's been almost 5 plays. So we're due one at least anytime soon. Sonny Watt breaks a couple of tackles, gains 7. Bart Cone drop is tackled for a loss by Charles Monkey Cage. There goes Queen Babs. She's made a catch. Someone threw the ball. How dare they? Watt with a pass has it deflected by Trev Snowboard. Cone drop, throws, it's fumbled, it's recovered, it's taken to the end zone for a touchdown. Jalaffa throws a 5er into the bucket. Cheers to the undercard before Medic's marquee matchup. You're welcome. Moose Gomez is tackled for a loss by Zoltan. The Raiders have the lead 1-0. Erg Melonflex currently with the ball. Flapjack goes 29. It's fumbled. Who's got it? It looked like it's the Raiders who've got it. It is the Raiders who've got it. Okie dokie. Mike goes for 9. Sonny Watt with the first down. His cone drop on a 1st and 10. Throws. Deflected by Stu on the Wild. Heimlich stopped at the line. Watt gets it to Bart. Cone drop. And he's gone. That's a dead player. Moose Gomez is dead. He's been injured and indeed killed by Bart Cone drop, bringing in Mamalou Flex. That's 4 kills in a week. Pretty sure that's 4 kills in a week. If not 4, then 3. But that's a lot of kills in 1 week. I have touched nothing, friends. I have not tweaked a thing. Yeah. And that's another injury. Flapjack Nope has been taken out of the game by Bart Cone drop, bringing in Wilf Jerk. Well. Yeah. Heimlich is running it. We're into the second half. It's still 1-0. Heimlich runs for 14. Watt throws over the head of anybody in a receiver. Cone drop goes for 3. 3rd and 7. Heimlich. First down. Still on his feet. Gains 18. Watt. Now you see, 1 tackle at a time is not going to bring Sonny Watt down. He gains 21. Cone drop throws a short one. It goes for 4. Heimlich on 2nd and 5, and that's a touchdown. Darkness Albright, who is also having a good game. Wilf Jerk has subbed in. But he's not Flapjack, is he? No, he's not. Mamalou Flex passes to Georgina Karate, and it's not quite good enough for a first down. There's another injury there. And it's Stu on the Wild has been taken out by Darkness Albright. Gordon Tugboat has subbed in to make everybody's life better. Okay, Heimlich goes nowhere, and that's the end of the drive. Erdmann and Flex have the ball back again, but they need to put on a bit of a show immediately. Flex on a 3rd and 9. Has it dropped by Georgina Ruddy. Short Karate. Disappointment. Watt throws deflected by Tugboat. Cone drop. Has it intercepted by Mamalou Flex. Mamalou's played quite a bit, and that's her first career interception. Just thought you wanted to know that. 1st and 10, Wilf Jerk. Gains 8. 2nd and 1. Karate gets a first down. Flex on 1st and 10. Good run. Gains 6. Jerk. Not a lot in that one. Karate on 3rd down. Cannot convert. And the Sea Raiders are into the last quarter of the game. Watt has it deflected by Jerk. 3rd and 10. Cone drop. No. And the Raiders, with the opportunity to close this one down, are going to have to ride it out a little bit longer. 2-0 is the score, but Erdmann and Flex have the ball and a touchdown. 2-1 now. Heimlich runs for nothing at all. Watt runs for nothing at all. Cone drop runs for nothing at all. And we're back with Erdmann and Flex. Jerk, a 6-yard gain. Karate gains another 1. 3rd and 2. Flex throws it away. What a foolish move. They had open field to the first down line and instead threw a lateral that was incomplete. Mamalou Flex in the car park with a baseball bat. Queen Bags makes a catch for the Sea Raiders. That's disgraceful. Disgraceful. Oh boy. Mikey Heimlich gains 7. But it wasn't enough for a first down. Erdmann and Flex are in do-or-die time with 4 plays left in the game. Last chance. Flex completes to Tugboat, who gets the first down and fumbles it. Of course he does. Yeah. If you ain't dead, you're fumbling. Sonny Watt on the last play of the game has a first down. Final score, Bongolia 2, Erdmann and Flex 1. How many turnovers we're looking at? Some. 7 in total? 7 plus another 2 interceptions. Well, there you go. Moose Gomez. Moose Gomez died on the field in that one. Player of the game, though, Charles Monkey Cage. Well done, Charlie. He's on my team. 42 pancakes, 22 tackles, which makes him tackler of the week so far. 3 tackles for loss, 2 sacks. Darkness Albright for the Sea Raiders did 2 touchdowns, 2 deflections, an interception, and an injury inflicted. Okay. Yeah. All right, last game of the week. Last game of the week. And the Miners are taking on the Minstrels. Minstrels need this one. They still have an outside chance of making the playoffs with a win here. So let's see if they do that. It's raining. Oh, good. I do enjoy a fumble fest, even though I berate all the players for being awful. Crash with a throw on first down as the Minstrels have initial possession. Oh, look at that. They're thrown to Vectrix. It's the move. My only concern with it is if Grazer Ridge threw it to Felomilad, they've just thrown an interception, threw it to Nige, as much as the Minstrels throw the ball to Flip in Vectrix, Grazer Ridge would have 1,000% record. You're exaggerating. I'm not. Teddy Splitcap with a nice run for the Miners has a first down, 16 yards gained. He then gets a catch on the next play, and it's good enough for a touchdown. 1-0, the Miners. Graham Tanky makes a catch, and it's 25 yards gained off the pass from Crash. Flappins gets 1 yard. Camembert gains 4. Crash on 3rd and 4, and that one's caught for 8. A sack from Roy Talley, followed by Camembert on 2nd and 12. Doesn't get very far with it. Crash on 3rd and 11. And he's thrown it to Vectrix for the first down. And Flappins gains 2. Camembert on 2nd and 8 is injured by Mutant Lip Balm, bringing in Thurk Minstrelsbane. But the drive's over, so we'll have to wait a little while to see Thurk in action. 2nd and 7. Lawnmower has it deflected by Polka Band. Who's this? That's Hump Bogus. Is it? Yes, a 14-yard gain there for Hump Bogus. Teddy Splitcap gains 4. 2nd and 5. And that's Argyle Stampede, with all the time in the world to advance the field. Gains 32 yards. Bogus now with the ball. Gains nothing at all. Splitcap to Bogus for a first down. Still inbounds. Gains 17 yards. Lawnmower, end zone. Stampede touchdown. 2-0 Miners. Vectrix with a catch, gains 25. Flappins has fumbled it, but it was recovered by Minstrelsbane, who fumbles it himself, and Mutant Lip Balm's picked it up, breaks a tackle, and is still hustling. Down to the 5. 5 yards to the end zone. Teddy Splitcap, touchdown, 3-0 Miners. Okay, Zodiac throws a 9-yarder. Flappins is stuffed for a loss by Pamela Mustard. Lawnmower. I think Pam's on my team as well this week. Oh, it's a fumble. Okay. Do we know who or why? No, we don't. Okay. Flappins. On 2nd and 9 for the Minstrels. Goes nowhere good. Thurky Minstrelsbane gains 4 yards, and it's not enough for the first down. And Teddy Splitcap, who's having a heck of a game, gains 19 for the Miners. He is having a heck of a game. Hump Bogus gains 2. It's 3rd and 8. Splitcap gets the throw off, but it's only for 4 yards, so the Minstrels are back on again. Tanky gets 5, and that gives us a 3rd and 4. Minstrelsbane deflected by Teddy, and it's the Miners back in possession. Lawnmower completes for 6. Bogus on 3rd and 2. Has a first down on the grounds. Still evading a couple of tackles, gains 9 yards in total. Splitcap keeping it grounded as well. Another first down, 20 yards gained. Lawnmower deflected by Tanky as we hit half time. And it's 3-0. Bogus throws for 4. It's 3rd and 6. Splitcap has the lead and an angle to the end zone, which will make it 4-0. And the Minstrels cannot get it going. Flappins throws to Tanky. 3rd and 1. Minstrelsbane stuffed behind the line. Back to the Miners again. First down, Teddy. Lawnmower with the throw, and that one's complete for 7 with Vanderpoel making the catch. Hump Bogus. He's not quite got the speed to be a guaranteed starter, but that was certainly a solid enough performance so far. It's 5-0. If the Minstrels don't score on this drive, you know the deal. Zodiac gains 9. Flappins throws, deflected by Teddy. Minstrelsbane completes the pass, but for 6. Zodiac overthrows. 2nd and 10. Flappins. And that's only worth 1 yard. Minstrelsbane on 3rd and 9 is complete, but it's not a first down. And the Minstrels really have fallen from grace this season. Splitcap just fumbled it, and I think it was picked up by Pam Mustard. Splitcap on 2nd and 4 to Vanderpoel for 13. Splitcap another touchdown. Well, he's having a heck of a game, isn't he? Isn't he having a good game? He is. It's 6-0 to the Miners, and this is not the kind of scoreline anyone would have projected. 180 yards on the ground for Teddy Splitcapper so far. I have no idea. Another 3 and out for the Minstrels, and the Miners are going to keep hustling. It's another fumble though, and the Minstrels have got it back again. Yeah, have they though? No, they haven't. Teddy still racking up yardage. No. See, I was considering, instead of Fantasy League next season, maybe do a Pick'em League instead. That could be just as interesting. Pick the results each week, or maybe just pick 5 in a football pools kind of a fashion. Don't know. I'll look into it. I'm enjoying the Fantasy League. The only downside that I've found, the only regret, oh no, it's not even regret because it was experimental. It's going to be a win for the Miners in this one. The only downside to it, hasn't generated much chat. And I've pushed it a lot. The hope was it would generate some chat, and it hasn't come true. This is not me being sad. This is me going, I tried it, it worked, but it didn't do what it was supposed to. Anyway, final score, Picks Creek 8, Minstrels nothing. That is just not the result anybody expected. Player of the game, Teddy Splitcapper with 76 fan points, 240 rushing, 7 touchdowns, 3 deflections. Norman Speedboat for the Minstrels. Played in the line, apparently, 24 pancakes and a pass deflection. Yeah, I like the Fantasy League as well. I might keep it up. I might keep doing it. But if I were to do it, next year's Fantasy League would have 2 different metrics. The first of which is the one we have now. The second, though, will be fluctuations in player value based on their performance. So the winner of the season will be the team owner who has accumulated the highest value. Yeah. Anyway, that's that done. Edge Islam Marching Band have the opportunity to place a bounty on Stardozer Human Resources. Now, David Onions has got 4 games left in his career. Lloyd Gadzooks has got a very long career ahead of him. Ostentatious Smack is a decent player. Do we have a 4B? Is there a 4B in the house? I think there might well be a 4B in the house. Have we got a 4B here? Anyone? Someone act 4B for me. Por favor. Por favor. Never mind. Yeah. You know what else might be contributing to the stream being a little bit wonky is I turned on low latency this week. Yeah. And sometimes that could be a little bit on the wonk. All right, no sign of 4B, which means I need to go to the flipping instructions. Manager moments. Here we go again. Moments. 4B. 4B manager moments. Search. Yeah. No. Where is it? Why is this so hard to find? Because it's in threads. It's a thread. It's not a topic. Just manager moments. There we go. Right. Find 4B. If he hasn't put any instructions in here, he's getting an AI choice and he'll just have to suck it up. 4B's pretty good at doing this stuff. He is. But if there's football on, he loses his mind. Right. Yeah. No. Still, there we go. Right, assigned bounty, yes to the highest rated player, not on their final season. That's actually a very good decision. Highest rated, starter rating 76, it's Smack. I mean, that would be who I would certainly choose. Okay. Grazer Ridge coach, Economics, wants a pay rise. Is it worth it? You lose an appeal, or it's costing you 24 quid a week. Yeah, I mean, I mean, you pay it. You just do. Failure, are you around? I saw you around earlier on. You're usually here, or just about here. We don't know. I'll give you a moment. You're going to have to go back to the... just a ruddy, flipping ruddy. Yeah. Find a Manager Moments thread. Manager Moments thread. Yeah. Bump. There you go. Then I'll be able to find it again. Failure. Here we go. Assign bounty. Yeah. Improved salary. Yes, unless it's a player cut. Okay. Yeah, that would be a yes. Fine. Okie dokie. Yep. All right. There you go. I was thinking about Bubba Big Rig just earlier. I was going, oh, he's actually done a bit of training, but he's not ready by a long way. In the training, Bubba Big Rig has improved at BDP. At Bongolia, Stein Henryberg has done some training, up to a 68. Looks plausible. Joe Champoon, he got his first game, and he's also had a bit of training. Lovely old work. Hieronymus Lackluster at Sunshine Funnibus has now got a 71 rating. At Sportsball, Mary Ruthless has done some training. Isn't she about to retire? This is a fine time to be doing some workout. Anna Minstrels, Professor Feetham, who is also ancient, has trained. And then at the Fire Chefs, Lars Inkface got a start, does some training. Miraculous stuff. Chemistry at the Blood Pit Bouncers, Tiger Styles has made everybody happy, while at Cheerio Incorporated, Jane Calypso has hacked everybody off. Edge Slumber placed a bounty on Ostentatious Smack. Economics has got a pay rise at Grazer Ridge. Meanwhile, everybody's happy in the Beekeepers' locker room, primarily due to the leadership of Ted Shirley and gain to appeal. Well, the sun is certainly shining for the Beekeepers. Fritz Biermatt has made everybody happy at the Fire Chefs. And at Bongolia, Vera Contagion has also made everybody happy in their locker room. It's a really happy week for everybody. Right, Players of the Week. Pass deflections for the Equatorial Mount at Shady Palms with 8. Charlie Monkey Cage with 3 tackles for loss gets the Player of the Week there. Big Steve Morrie with 5 sacks. Then Flashy Bandit for Grunt Auto Group, 2 interceptions. Charlie Monkey Cage, 22 tackles. Defensive Player of the Week, Big Steve. Pancakes, it was Randall Maroon at Peninsula Transport with 67. Flash Bandit put up 378 yards receiving. Not bad. Yes, move on. Okay. Teddy Splitcapper unexpectedly got the most rushing yards this week with 240. Alan Twerp passed for 286, which is actually a very low high passing score for a week. Bill Saturno for KSA did the most yards overall with 418. The Offensive Player of the Week, Julio. Because of course it is. But the overall Player of the Week, Big Flippin' Steve. Because of course he is. Let's look at the standings. Standings are where it's at right now with 4 games left in the season. In the Smooth Division, Stardo, that means there are 20 potential points left. Stardo's Human Resources have won their division already. Take four weeks off, put in just randos and just kind of go, all right. Yeah. In the Zesty, the Beekeepers are ahead by 1 game over Volcamoose, who are ahead by 16 points. Yeah. Over the Axemen, meaning that in all likelihood, the Beekeepers and Volcamoose are both going to the playoffs. Toy Masters are 2 games in the lead in the Sloganator, ahead of the Miners, who are... Sorry, I was sounding more surprised there than I thought. Where do they come from? Who are just 10 points back and 11 points ahead of budget. So there, again, a good likelihood both of them make it through, although there could be a scrap for that wild card spot. The Bouncers are 15 points ahead in the battle plan, so they're not guaranteed to win the division, but they look almost a shoo-in. In fact, I haven't done the maths. They might well be guaranteed at least a wild card spot. Cheerio and Erg Melonflex are still in the hunt, but the Stegonauts are not. Over in Fail Brigade, Grunt Auto Group take the lead in the bombastic after 2 disappointing results for BDP. Suckers. Yeah. However, BDP will finish in at least second, and Grunt will finish in at least second in that division. They cannot be caught by the other teams there. In the wood chipper, Failure Wood are on top, but ahead by only 5, ahead of defending champion KSA. Bongolia are not out of it yet. They're really almost out of it. In the Wood division, Sportsball are in the lead, 18 points ahead of both Lingo Blend and the Pathfinders, while in the reduced, Nomads up top, 20 points ahead of Port Miggins, means that just one tie guarantees the Nomads postseason play. Yeah. Okay, well, that's exciting. What do we got on next week? Let's have a look. Next week, it's a divisional round. Oh boy, yeah. Stardos are doing Grazer Ridge. Wizards up against the Vuvu Boys. Axemen taking on Volcamus. Beekeepers are taking on the Medics. Peninsula Transport face the Toy Masters. Budget have to deal with the Miners. Blood Pit are facing the Stegonauts. Cheerio, Erg Melonflex. In Fail Brigade, BDP Grunt Auto Group. No, that's a small game. Nobody cares. Shady Palms are facing the Fire Chefs. Failurewood, KSA. Sunshine Funbus are playing the Sea Raiders. The Marsupials take on Sportsball. Pathfinders versus Lingo Blend. Paul Miggins have to do something to the Nomads, and Edgeslum take on the Minstrels. I look forward to it. It should be a good week for Brutalball. I've been Colonel Failure. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you next week. Cheerio. Wrong button. That one. Clown. That's not the right button. There you go. There you are. That's it. That's the one. That's it. Now you can mute.